to shake up the playoff chase and spoil the Irish perfect regular season. Kickoff from the Coliseum coming up soon.
The Nissan pregame rush is next after this message and a word from our ABC stations. The right tech can move you. The best tech can move the world. Surround yourself. 2019 Nissan Altima. Impossibly smart. Don't do it! I can't believe you.
He's thinking like a criminal.
Worse, like a criminal cop. The Rookie, all new Tuesday on ABC.
It's our buy one, get one half off Christmas sale at Family Leisure. Buy a spa, get a pool table half off. Buy a massage chair, get theater seats half off. Buy an arcade, get a game table half off. Don't miss our buy one, get one half off Christmas sale. From our family to yours, Merry Christmas.
A Forbidden Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Moan, we can't.
But Julia,
We're rivals.
I can love you and still hate your overrated school.
We have two different defensive philosophies. You're a base 4-3 cover 2, and I'm an
Aggressive 3-4 press coverage. I get it. But we both love Dr.
Oh, Moan.
Touchdown!
Yes! In your face!
Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville.
Wow!
Everyone's excited about the award-winning Chevy vehicles at your local dealer.
I can get used to this.
And you will be too when you get these great deals on your favorite Chevy cars, trucks, and SUVs.
How is that even possible?
Get a total $1,000 on this Silverado when you finance with GM Financial. Or during the Black Friday sales event, get 0% financing for 72 months on all 2018 Silverado pickups. See your Heart of Alabama Chevy dealers.
It's our buy one, get one half off Christmas sale at Family Leisure. Buy a spa, get a pool table half off. Buy a massage chair, get theater seats half off. Buy an arcade, get a game table half off. Don't miss our buy one, get one Christmas sale. From our family to yours, Merry Christmas.
Overnight news, plus a look ahead. Good morning, Alabama.
Rivalry. Rivalry. It's rivalry.
Welcome to the Nissan pregame rush. Nissan, premier partner of the Heisman Trophy.
Welcome to the studio, and I can tell you Buckeyes fans feel the same way about that painting and what they did to Wolverines. Kevin Nagani alongside Mac Brown and Jonathan Delma. It is the big story of the day. Ohio State put up a series record 62 points.
This was all about the speed of Ohio State against the man coverage of Michigan, even to a point that Dwayne Haskins throws 5 touchdown passes.
Jim Harbaugh 0-4 against Ohio State. Herbert Meyer 7-0 against Michigan. Meanwhile, Alabama, they continue to roll. JV, a machine in the Iron Bowl.
A machine, too much firepower offensively. Alabama, Auburn really came out. They had a punt block. They tried to take it to Alabama, but Tua Tagovailoa too good for Alabama.
5 touchdowns. Meanwhile, Clemson, first time they were down 7-0 this season in the Palmetto Bowl, taking on South Carolina. Trevor Lawrence and T. Higgins. And then on 4th and goal from the 2, South Carolina going for it. They were denied.
They were points, Kev.
I agree.
If you're Will Muschamp, you got to score a lot of points in this game to win. Just catch the ball.
I think that's what Clay Helton's telling his team right now, getting ready for Notre Dame, which is undefeated. What must you see from the Fighting Irish tonight?
Ian Book continues to play well, takes care of the ball. Special teams make USC take the long field with the young quarterback.
Talking about him, Book. He has a running game with Dexter Williams complimenting him. And then the defense, 3 takeaways against Syracuse. I want to see more of that from the defense. Show us that you can compete with Alabama and with Clemson come playoff time.
And Notre Dame has no championship game, so this is their last chance to be seen by the committee.
That's right. All right, we'll see you at the half. Enjoy the game. Here's Chris, Herbie, and Maria.
All right, guys, thank you. And senior night, the most inspirational, courageous member of this class is Jake Olson. Backup long snapper, lost his eyesight to cancer at age 12. Invited into the program by Pete Carroll, walked on in 2015, and has snapped for PATs in 3 games. His dad, Brian, who's helped him become an excellent golfer, his trusty dog, Quebec, escorting Jake out. He is all smiles, and he's just beginning to inspire folks around the world with his courage. Maybe we'll get to see him tonight if the situation arises. This has been the Nissan Pregame Rush. Kickoff from the Coliseum is coming up, but now a look inside Nissan's Heisman House.
Well, it's rivalry week. You know what that means? What? The Nicevillery, where the 2 nicest Heismans battle it out, see who's nicest. Battle begin.
Thank you for painting my case.
You're so welcome. I squeezed it myself.
Here's your pony, Olivia. Thank you.
I got you something.
Son! Timmy! Woo!
I got you something too.
Hi, baby!
Aloha, son!
So, did you get a new car? Kind of. Thanks to Navy Federal, only took 5 minutes. And vets can join? Oh, yeah. How do you kind of buy a new car? Well, it's used. It's for Mikey. You know he's going to have girls in that car. Yeah, he's going to have children.
Great benefits for veterans. From Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Right now, all fries at Wendy's are just $1. That's a huge deal on any size of Wendy's natural cut sea salted goodness. But a deal this good won't last long. So get your dollar fries at Wendy's before they're gone.
Putting off vehicle maintenance? We've got you covered. The highly trained technicians at Jiffy Lube exchange transmission fluids, change oil, and more. You can do more in a Jiffy.
This season, I'm everyone with a case of the dropsies. I just dropped my phone. Can you help me out? Hey, honey, I might have dropped the match. I did. If I could show up on game day, imagine what could happen the rest of the week. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
You're watching the Jiffy Lube Rivalry Series.
You've seen this one before. Actually, you've seen Notre Dame and USC slug it out nearly every year since 1926. Combined, these two have 15 national championships. 13 Heisman and countless memories. The comeback, the green jersey game, 1 versus 2. So now, after everything you've seen, do you think it matters to the Trojans that the Irish are undefeated, that they're ranked 3rd, that a win sends them to the playoff? You're damn right it matters to us. I played in 2 of these classes. This game is where we put our stake in the ground. We're sparkling undefeated, go home defeated. So yeah, you've seen it before. And for the 90th time, you're going to want to watch it again.
This is everything we've worked for. Nobody's taking it away from us.
Go ahead, Fighting Irish. Wipe this smile off my face.
It's fight time.
Notre Dame versus USC.
Yeah, and welcome back to this presentation of the Pac-12 on ESPN. Kirk Keyshawn Johnson is pumped up. He knows that this rivalry contains plenty of surprises, upsets over the years. The home team has won the last 5. Notre Dame came here in similar circumstances in 2012. You guys were here when they capped off their perfect regular season.
Different feel with this Notre Dame team. Obviously, this year, much better offense.
Let's go to Maria Taylor.
Thanks, Chris. All right, Coach, you got an undefeated regular season, a college football playoff berth on the line against a rival. How do you need your team to perform mentally in order to avoid a letdown tonight?
It's like every week, it's a rivalry game, so there's emotion. You just got to stay in the zone, do what we've been doing each and every week, and that is we've executed very well. So it'll come down to really good execution tonight, but you got to stay in that emotional zone. You can't get outside yourself. If we do that, we'll be fine.
All right, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
So Ian Book will have to wait. USC won the toss, and then it showed confidence. They want the football for JT Daniels against this stout Irish defense.
How about that? Win the toss, take the ball.
So Justin Yu, all-time leading scorer for the Irish, to boot it away. And Bayless Jones, number 1, the speedster, will field this one at the goal line. Jones slips one tackle, but is muscled out of bounds at the 21-yard line. So Daniels, in his 11th start, has made some brilliant throws. He's made some freshman-like mistakes. Can he avoid those tonight?
Yeah, you see the 13 touchdowns, the 10 interceptions, went to modern day high school in Southern California, a place where a lot of USC quarterbacks have worked and grown. And, the game's moving a little bit fast for him. He's had an entire season to get these reps, game reps, invaluable to him to help slow this game down. And to me, he needs to get off to a good start to get his confidence established against this talented Notre Dame defense.
Daniels won't turn 19 for a couple of months. Like Cedric Ware, the tailback motions out, and they pitch it near side to Tyler Vaughns, who's near the marker, a 9-yard gain for the sophomore.
And they've got some talent and experience, and they've battled through some injuries. The leader, of course, in the middle, Lopenon, center. Jordan Austin making his first start. Nice to see the senior get a couple opportunities here. Pittman is the dangerous receiver on the outside, along with Vaughns, number 21.
Ian Daniels pitches it near side, and the catch is made by Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's had a monster freshman year, high school teammate of Daniels at Modern Day.
Yeah, a couple of easy throws here early against his defense. We talked all year about that defensive line. O'Cora, Tillery, Bonner, Kareem, Tranquil, a great leader. Coney makes a lot of plays on this defense. He'll be all over the football. Of course, the secondary, Julian Love plays with physicality. Gilman, Chris will talk about him tonight. He and Elliott have both added a lot to this defense, and Pride has really grown as a technician on the other side of Love.
Daniels throws again, safe throw, and the catch is made by Michael Pittman. So they spread the ball around, but an aggressive approach.
Yeah, an aggressive approach, and what do you have to lose if you're Clay Helton in USC? It's a game where people are expecting you to lose, and you got a freshman quarterback. You decide to take the ball. I love these first 3 plays. Soft coverage, get the ball out quickly, let him settle into this game, and give those talented receivers a chance to make a play. But Notre Dame keeping everything in front of them. They want to make USC drive the football.
And a throw in the slot, and the catch made by St. Brown, who's into Notre Dame territory. Helton taking over the play calling duties the last 3 games from T. Martin.
Yeah, and this is where you can get the RPO game going. Linebackers, Coney starts to get involved in the run game. And because he starts to show that he's going to come up against the run, it gave the young quarterback a nice throwing lane. And there's the maturity and experience that JT Daniels has shown. The RPO, the run pass option, he can hand that football off depending on what the linebackers do. If they overcommit to the run, he pulls it out, throws that quick slant to the talented St. Brown.
4 plays, 4 completions. Daniels has to throw this one away. The screen just wasn't there. Jones was well covered.
That's a win. I mean, that's a good job. A lot of quarterbacks, sometimes as a freshman, you have such confidence because of the way you're able to play in high school. You have a tendency to want to force some throws. They really worked hard with him this week to feel like, hey, there's nothing wrong with throwing the ball away. We just don't want to make those critical mistakes that have really cost this SC offense at times this year.
Fast starts have not been the problem for USC. Finishing has been. Daniels from the pocket slings it short again. And another catch by St. Brown. JT told me he thinks north of 100,000. That's how many passes he's thrown to this guy since they were 7th grade. Think about 100,000 over the summers and during season.
That is amazing.
You don't have chemistry after that, Kirk.
No. I mean, and for 2 true freshmen to walk into this environment and play in the Pac-12 and have the year that they have, I think speaks volumes about that rhythm that they've established over the years.
Irish fans in LA making some noise on 3rd and 7. Daniels has protection and he delivers a strike. First down. And much more to St. Brown, who has been busy in the early going.
They motion St. Brown out over here, and they get it underneath. Just kind of a stacked alignment, a bunch alignment with 3 receivers. He actually follows Pittman underneath there, and a nice opening in the middle of that defense. Well designed. You can see Drew Tranquil. He ended up going underneath with that initial receiver, and it opened it up. And I'll tell you what, Clay Helton drawing up a few ball plays over there in this opening drive.
But Kirk, can they get 7 in the red zone, not 3? Red zone's a little bit of a problem for JT when the decision-making gets accelerated.
115th in the nation in touchdown efficiency in the red zone.
Alabama hits his right, barrels forward, and scores! As the Trojans take to the end zone of the first possession. You're 5 and 6, and your coach is in battle. That's how you want to start a game.
That was an incredible drive to start. 8 plays, 78 yards, a little over 3.5 minutes, and a touchdown.
That was the first running play of the drive. Okay, barreling right through that Notre Dame defense. Michael Brown, sophomore, makes it 7-0.
Watch the right side of this USC offensive line get a great push against that talented Notre Dame Notre Dame defensive line. Clay Helton's got to be fired up about this.
Trojans have scored first for the 10th time this season. Notre Dame's first possession coming up.
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. Are we going to do what they say can't be done? We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound just like a bandit run.
Whatever party you got going in the back, we got the business up front.
This is the face of a man watching Rivalry Week on the super big Samsung QLED TV. He's cheering. On the inside, the 4K Samsung QLED TV.
Go big with Samsung. Get up to 40% off.
I still can't believe how incredible the screen is on the new iPhone XS.
And our unlimited plan really takes things to the next level with your choice of the best in TV, movies, or music.
It's the perfect holiday upgrade.
I know what I'm asking Santa for this year.
You just still write letters to Santa?
No, please. I send him emails.
Can I get his email address?
Oh, I don't feel comfortable sharing it.
Buy the latest iPhone, get an iPhone XR on us, and get an unlimited plan with the best in entertainment. More for your thing. That's our thing.
Sorry, Aaron, I know this stings, but defense wins championships, and we're defending your truck now, so State Farm, you can pack those khakis and go.
Who's protecting my house?
Should I unpack my khakis?
No, you keep those khakis packed.
Hey, portal answer. Hey, Mom. About tomorrow, we're gonna have to cancel. Is everything okay? No. It's Kevin.
I've had lice.
Oh my goodness.
Not just one, thousands of lice.
Really?
Now the couch has lice.
I'll mail your gifts.
Portal, starting at $149 for a limited time.
Sunday, it's a Shark Tank doubleheader. Baseball legend Alex Rodriguez returns. One big swing misses.
So you're saying he struck out?
And another pitch lands foul.
What am I eating here, sand?
Shark Tank starts all new Sunday night, 8 Central on ABC.
A poised start for the freshman quarterback. Daniels had a look in his face like that's exactly what he expected with USC's first possession. Now the Irish offense will try to answer. 6 in a row, 10 of 12, they've drawn first blood. But holding leads, reacting to adversity, but momentum switches, that's been the problem for Helton's team.
Yeah, miscues, red zone efficiency, turnovers. They start fast tonight.
Alex Stathouse boots it, and the fair catch made by Fink. So the Irish will take over at the 25-yard line. Ian Book, you talked about this, energizing this offense as a great distributor. Second best completion percentage in FBS.
Yeah, just a competitive flyer. Has been doubted at all. His life, he plays with a chip on his shoulder, prepares all week, seems to have answers every week. Doing a much better job at the line of scrimmage, the coaches say. That's probably the area he's improved the most from early in the year to now, is adjusting protections and making checks at the line.
Takes it to Williams and completes a slant. That's Fink, who's very tough to stop. A reliable clutch weapon here. Mustafer, the leader of that offensive line. Not the big names of a year ago, but an effective unit.
Yeah, and Aaron Banks, I think, brings some power that they've made some adjustments there. Alex Bars is out.
Irish play with tempo. Williams, who was an explosive runner, almost broke a big one. Gets the first down against this SC defense. It's been so vulnerable. And it's so short-handed. John Houston out, replaced by a freshman. Marvell Tell out. His backup, C.J. Pollard, out tonight.
Yeah, there are a lot of injuries. Cam Smith has got to be the leader, 35 in the middle. Chase Williams, another true freshman, 17, playing as well.
Book looking to throw in first down. It's an easy pitch and catch to Fink, that moves into SC territory. Another first down.
Yeah, when you have that many moving pieces in and out, it can affect the communication. That's why I said Cameron Smith, 35 in the middle, has got to do a really good job of communicating, especially against this tempo that Notre Dame and Ian Book are presenting right now. There's a lot of heat on Clancy Pendergrass in this defense.
Smith, like Book from Northern California, they face off in high school against each other. And there's one of those sideline routes. It's so tough to defend, but it is broken up. That was a good job. This map was out there.
Watch Iman Marshall here, Chris. Watch the hands. He talked all week this week about that back shoulder fade. This is the big tight end Mack, who's out as a wide receiver. Love to watch corners that don't give up on the play, and eventually he strips that ball away from the big tight end.
New teammates and family members called Biggie Marshall, the senior out of Long Beach. And here's Williams. Short gain on second down. It'll set up third and long.
Right, Dexter Williams can't say enough about his story. Sat out the first 4 games, suspended, didn't sulk, didn't pout. Went down to the scout team, went to work, came back. After that 4-game suspension, it's been a big difference to this game as he checks out. It looks like Tony Jones in, who has great ball skills on third down.
Trojans showing pressure. Bring it. Book, flush, fires into traffic. Back across his body looking for Boykin, but it's incomplete and 4th down.
Watch the big defensive end here, Rector. He's actually lined up over here. He's going to show pressure and drop. They end up bringing the pressure from the other side. But watch the big fellow with his hand down, shows pressure, drops back, actually gets in the way. You imagine if he would have gotten his hands on that football. So Clancy Pendergrass dials it up at the right time there on third down and confuses Ian Book in Notre Dame.
Chase Williams, one of those freshman backups, number 17. He's the one that got near Book and forced that throw. Tyler Newsome, high boot. Vaughns retreats and makes a fair catch at the 5. So a positive start for the double-digit underdogs from USC, up 7-0.
What's it like inside the bubble? Does your head ever give you trouble? Trade it in. Hang on. Help is on its way. No one gonna love you like I do. No one gonna love you so true. And I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do for you.
Dare to be devoted. Jared. Putting off a tire rotation? We've got you covered. The highly trained technicians at Jiffy Lube rotate tires to keep you on the road. You can do more in a Jiffy. This season, keep your stories interessante, like Dos Equis, the beer behind the head ball coach's original nickname, the head beer coach.
Pregame head beer coach.
Hey, beer coach! That's my name! It's Dos Equis time!
Dos Equis, keep it interessante.
You could have gone down to the nearby tree lot and picked out a nice little spruce for the holidays. But you've got a Ford Escape with four-wheel drive. And an example to set. Ford Escape, built for the holidays. With our best offers of the season.
Turn up the size and turn down the price with 3 large pancakes for 89 cents at Burger King. Stacks on stacks of sweet, syrupy goodness with fluff that's more than enough. Get 3 large pancakes for just 89 cents. Only at Burger King.
Saturday Night Football on ABC is presented by Walmart. Light up Christmas at Walmart. In part by the Ford F-Series. Built Ford tough. Built Ford proud. And Burger King. Get 10 crispy chicken nuggets for just $1. Only at Burger King.
The 48 game cost the Irish a chance to three-peat as national champions at a 21-game winning streak. SC tied them 14 apiece. This is the 5th time an undefeated Notre Dame team has taken on an unranked USC team. The Irish have 1 win in the previous 4. It was a game we talked about here 6 years ago tonight.
And we're off to an interesting start right now. There are a lot of people around the country hearing this score thinking, well, uh-oh.
And they pitch it to Vaughn's near side. And a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, they continue to get the ball out of the hands of the young quarterback, JT Daniels, exactly what they did in that opening drive where he had such a great opening drive, hitting 6 of his first 7. Well-designed play here on 3rd down to come up with a first down to St. Brown. And then great blocking on the right side. Malachi ends up going into the end zone to give SC the first score of the game.
Paya is the back who motions out as Daniels looks back and another low throw. Vaughn goes down and gets from Tyler Vaughn, moves the 6 again in front of Julian Lowe.
Looks very comfortable. He looks really settled in right now, and he's throwing very accurately. Even this ball down low, where just Vaughn can make the play on the ball in front of Julian Love. He does not look like, wow, this is a big rivalry. What's going on here? I'm a true freshman. Not at all. Seems very settled.
Handoff. Paya's going to be knocked down. So we send it back to Matt Berry for a studio update.
Guys, good evening. Time now for your Dr. Pepper Championship Drive update. We go to the Palmetto State, Clemson, and South Carolina. And Cocky's keeping it close. Jake Bentley to Debo Samuel, 75 yards for the touchdown. 28-21. Clemson up 7 late in the second.
Never know in rivalry games, do you? 2nd and 9. LePay motions again, and they flag, and it's been a problem. These kind of pre-penalties.
Snap infraction. Offense number 50. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Toa Lobendown is a graduate, a captain, a guy who moved from tackle to center. Erratic snaps have been a big problem. There's so much responsibility on his shoulders, calling the protection.
Yeah, especially when you have a freshman quarterback behind you. You've got to make sure everything's secure up front. They've had a lot of moving parts around him. He's been a bell cow for him for 3 or 4 years. And the anchor up there, but you're right, the snaps have been somewhat erratic at times this year.
He's changed his technique. We'll keep an eye on it tonight. That one's perfect. And Daniels gets it out again to St. Brown. He's knocked out of bounds. Already 5 catches for him.
It'd be interesting to see Clark Lee as this game goes on, the defensive coordinator from Notre Dame. See if he ends up deciding to change. Right now, very early in the game, 2 teams still feeling each other out. But he's had a lot of coverage, a lot of soft coverage, just trying to keep the ball in front of that secondary, trying to see if this USC defense has the USC offense has the discipline to drive the ball out as opposed to giving up the big play.
Tighter coverage now, Kirk on 3rd and 7. As St. Brown in motion, Daniels has protection. It's a crossing route, and the catch is made by Pittman, who stretches and does move the 6 again to the 32.
Boy, that's a great call. Kind of a mesh route. Watch him go right across, right in front. Kromenhoff, the tight end, gives him just enough room there to be able to pull away from Gracie. Pittman has great speed at 6'4", 215 pounds, and I love that extra effort. I think that extra effort just got him enough for the first down.
You're right, though. Again and again, Clark, Lee, and Kelly said the one thing that will kill us is losing in tame, not putting a cap on the coverage, allowing those big explosive plays. They haven't done yet, but Daniels has been very patient and very sharp.
Yeah, he's in a rhythm. Watch him on film. That's the thing that stands out to you. He's a rhythmic passer. He likes to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Notre Dame giving him those simple reads right now to allow him to get into that rhythm. That's why I think Clark Lee, as this game goes on, I think you're going to see him have to start to change some things up, bring his corners up a lot tighter, try to take away some of the easier throws.
Interesting visit with JT yesterday. He's quite a complex character. I'm sure more thoughts about that throughout the broadcast here as they pitch it far side to Bayless Jones. He's got blazing speed. The Irish contain it, but it's another first down.
And they took the receiver the running back Sed Ware out in motion and just used him as a blocker. Got him out in front along with the other receiver, Pittman, who's out there. Both of them picked up 2 nice blocks and another throw where the ball's out in less than 2 seconds. Great respect for the Notre Dame defensive line and pass rush. And Clay Helton has designed a lot of plays to be able to get the ball out quickly.
Sed Ware, the senior from Texas, checks in, and he breaks a few tackles and falls forward for a big first down gain. Maria.
Well, Kirk, you mentioned the defensive line and pass rush of Notre Dame. Their defensive line coach, Mike Elston, was telling them that they have to win their gaps, and that's been a problem, but also getting their hands up quick, getting ready to bat some balls down with the quick pass game that USC is giving right now.
Yeah, Maria, this gap integrity, a big part of Notre Dame's defense for any defense, but it's been a real strength of theirs this year. We'll have to keep an eye on and see how well they do with those great linebackers on the inside, Tranquil and Coney.
Daniels pitches far side. Bonds with a cushion. He's going to be tackled for another first down inside the 45.
He's seeing those soft corners, and he's taking them. A lot of times he has an option to either run the football, or if he sees that soft cushion, just take the easy throw, and he'll take that throw every single time. And right now, you talk about being in a groove to start the game, 12 of 13 to start this game.
Yeah, the incompletion was a throwaway.
Yeah.
From the pocket again. Another pitch and catch in front of the coverage. It's loose. Troy Pride, the corner, as a turnover. Demons hunt the Trojans again and kill a promising drive.
And if Clark Lee were sitting up here in this booth right now, the defensive coordinator from Notre Dame, this is what he would say. Yeah, we're giving up some easy throws, but we want to make them execute without doing that. Without fumbling, without having miscues with penalties and mistakes, which, again, has kind of been the theme this year for USC's offense. So giving up some plays, giving up some yards, but it works out perfectly for Notre Dame because they get the turnover.
The 19th for USC. They are minus 10 on the season.
With Hulu, tailgating's never been better. Unlike the early days when all you had was a radio. But through the years, the experience got better and better. And now, Hulu's completely changed the game. Because you don't have to choose between tailgating or watching football live on ESPN. You can do both, no cable required. Hulu makes it so easy, the game will never be the same.
Can you drive me to Jessica's house?
At Northwestern Mutual, you know, financial planning looks like. Tomorrow's important, but so's making the most of the house before they're out of the house. Spend your life living. Find an advisor at northwesternmutual.com.
When a nasty cold won't let you sleep, try new NyQuil Severe with Vicks VapoCool. Whoa. And vaporize it. Shh. New NyQuil Severe with Vicks VapoCool. The vaporizing, nighttime coughing, aching, stuffy head, best sleep with a cold medicine.
There he is, your new brother-in-law. You like him. He's one of those guys who always smells good.
His 5 o'clock shadow is always at 5 o'clock. You like him. Your mom says he's done really well for himself. He has stocks and bonds. Your dad wants to go fishing with him. Your dad doesn't even like fishing. You like your brother-in-law, but you'd like him better if you made more money than he does. Don't get mad at your brother-in-law. Get E-Trade.
Feeling unsure? What if you had some help? Introducing the 2019 Ford Edge with the confidence of Ford Copilot 360 technology, the most available driver assist technology in its class. The new 2019 Ford Edge.
The Great Christmas Light Fun premieres Monday, 8/7 Central on ABC.
Taco Bell celebrating student sections and passionate fans like the USC Trojan section by awarding the best student section of the year. Go to ESPN.com/Taco Bell to see if your team made this week's rankings and see how your school can compete. And these SC students know this is an important moment in this game. Late first quarter, the Irish with the takeaway. Their second possession moved to 28 yards before punting the first time, but this SC defense needs to make a statement right now. Yeah. That fumble's not going to affect this team.
No, yeah, you're right. That has been a problem for them after a miscue. All of a sudden, they allow the momentum to really go the other way. We'll see how they respond to this.
Williams bangs forward, and it'll leave about a 3rd and 3.
USC and Quincy Pendergast really loading up, bringing these linebackers. And I mentioned in the beginning of the broadcast about Aaron Banks. Alex Barr's early in the year leader at left guard. Done a good job, had an injury. When we had him against Virginia Tech, Trevor Rowland was actually in there. And they made the move to put Banks in there on the left side. It's given him, I think, a lot more strength and power on that side.
Trojans defense really crowding the box on 3rd down. Book hobbled the snap, and he'll be dropped at the 30. Leote, the true freshman backer. And the Trojans snuff out another drive.
So he has great speed. This is where he is. He's able to get around to the outside. You can see there's a little bit on the exchange there with Ian Book. It looked like the ball just got away from him. Maybe affected his vision, trying to see where he might want to go with that football. But the speed of SC on 3rd down, you talked about how would they respond. They get off the field in 3 plays.
Leote stepping in for the injured John Houston. He's a big, rough dude from Las Vegas that makes a play. Newsom, the deep punt. Vaughn driven back to the 15, and Vaughn makes the cut, and it's directly upfield, and good return out near the 40. So USC doing things that you would maybe have expected if you watched tape of each of these two teams' last games. Sunday NFL Countdown, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning on ESPN. Harrison Smith, Vikings safety, and Notre Dame grad, was one-on-one. Darren Woodson, ESPN live on the ESPN app. Cam Newton can be inspired the family when they needed it most as well.
Of course, Harrison Smith and former Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Did a good job here as a safety, and now has gone on to have a really outstanding NFL career.
Bonds with a 22-yard return, setting the Trojans up at the 38. Daniels has excellent protection, works the middle, and it's complete to St. Brown. That connection has been productive. Trojans in Notre Dame territory.
Watch how he works from the middle. They've been throwing a lot of things to the outside. This time he's going to work back over to the middle against Tranquil, who's an outstanding cover linebacker, but he works back to the football and right there catches the ball with his hands, not his body, reaches in front of Tranquil. All hands, going back to that rhythm between 2 true freshmen. Great evidence of that right there.
Youngest of the St. Brown brothers, all of them receivers. Winner. Barrels forward, running hard. They finally wrestle him down at the 36. Another first down.
I'll tell you what, this offensive line on tape, you look at it, you think they're going up against Notre Dame's defensive line. How are they going to do? And watch them. Are you kidding me? They're pushing people around. They're getting up to the 2nd level, and they're getting a tag on Coney. Notre Dame right now needs to realize they're in a football game. They're one game away from getting to the playoff, and right now just kind of out there, not playing with a lot of fire on the road in a rivalry game.
Trojans 172 yards offense in the opening quarter. Daniels just missing the one pass. It was the throwaway. 14 of 15. Malapai, who scored a touchdown earlier, hit hard and driven back after a 3-yard gain by the corner. Julian Love was an excellent tackler over there.
Julian Love does a good job, and Gilman came in there. That's the way you like to see a safety come up and run support. And he has been a leader for them this year. He sees run, he immediately steps up and does his job filling in the gap. He's tied for second on the team in tackles coming in. And he and Jalen Elliott, his growth, I think both of those guys, you always want to look at the corners, but the safeties in this defense have been big this year for the Irish.
Irish defense had overwhelmed Syracuse last week in Yankee Stadium. 6 sacks against the Orange. And Malapai breaking tackle still. One team out there, a couple of flags down. This is probably going to come back. But one team is playing with a whole lot more energy and grit right now.
Yeah, one team. This is Rivalry Saturday. One team that's the underdog out here to prove everybody wrong, and the team that's favored. I mean, they're right at the finish line and getting to possibly a playoff, and right now they're just out here just kind of going through the motions.
10-yard penalty, second down.
David Epperle, part of this ACC crew. That's the contract in this rivalry. The visiting team brings their conference officials, and of course the ACC works with Notre Dame.
Lobendine trying to get out in front there, trying to get a block there on Drew Tranquil. Tranquil's hustle there, I think, actually forced that penalty by the center.
Brisk first quarter, just 32 seconds to go. Long second down, and St. Brown, see how they actually the ball in front.
Chris, they're starting to feel that out. Those safeties, those defensive backs, starting to sense the rhythm to this offense from SC, and instead of just giving away those easier throws, safety that time, Elliott cheating up to try to separate the receiver from the football.
An inspired and dominant first quarter from the Trojans here in the Coliseum. They are on the move again, up 7-0. Back to Los Angeles after this message and a word from your local ABC station.
The massive 82-inch Samsung QLED TV. You can't look away.
Deja vu, you're having the same food at every event. But now, there's a cure.
I got tacos.
Tacos.
Whatever your occasion, mix things up with Taco Bell Party Packs. Party food will never be the same again. Unlike Santa's presents, ours don't just magically appear. They're designed meticulously. Every bolt, stitch, line of code, tested and tested again. Until finally this. Elves got nothing on us. Ford, built for the holidays. Time to get our best offers of the season.
Broke my personal record.
What?
No. Good break. Good break. I'm so sorry we can't make your barbecue. I'm just sick about it.
What?
Different kind of sick. If I can't work after surgery, how am I going to pay my rent? All these bills. Oh, Aflac.
And they pay you cash in just one day.
See how Aflac helps cover everyday expenses at Aflac.com.
Barbecue Pringles? Pizza Pringles.
You made barbecue pizza.
Wow. Add a jalapeno. Spicy barbecue pizza. Wow.
Wow.
Stack flavors, make new ones.
TV's hit drama, The Good Doctor. New Mondays on ABC.
At Hardee's, we make our crispy chicken tenders the right way, hand-breaded. So the next time someone tells you there's no wrong way to make chicken, remind them there's also no wrong way to end a friendship.
Try our $5.99 chicken tenders combo.
Hardee's, because it tastes better.
An eternity and the blink of an eye aren't that far apart. Time is a relative thing. Hours to wait or seconds to act. Timing is everything.
All for a better life.
And then, time is the only thing that makes life really worth living.
Get a term life quote or find a local agent today at alphainsurance.com.
Our blend of honey mustard and barbecue sauce is perfect on chicken tenders. What are you doing?
Spelled honeydew on this plant.
Oh, I thought you went vegan. Dip into our new honeydew sauce. Hardee's because it tastes better.
Preparing you for the day ahead. Good morning, Alabama.
The grand prize trophy. I was born to be somebody.
I put a spell on you.
Set for the second quarter. Does the Peanuts team get you the Thanksgiving mood? Sure does. We're thankful for our entire crew that worked so hard to bring you these broadcasts all season long. What a first quarter for USC.
Notre Dame, last 4 games, they've outscored their opponents 50-0 in the first quarter.
And for this season, 112-23. No traction yet for the favorites from South Bend. A 3rd down and 13 to begin the quarter. Daniels, heavy pressure, just delivers. Defender slips and diving near the marker is Velus Jones. They'll spot him just short.
Yeah, he picked up enough yards here where you know Clay helped him, even though they came up short. He's thinking about 4-down territory. Good effort here. Showed some tremendous quickness, by the way, after the catch to get upfield.
Once again, JT Daniels stood in there as the Irish tried to rattle him with pressure. Didn't work.
No, but the ball still came out fast. He was able to get the ball out pretty quickly on the right side of that offense.
Big moment here. 2 tight ends for the Trojans on 4th and 1. Where is the back? And Ware. Bang! Straight ahead. First down at the 25.
Khalid Kareem did a nice job of getting off the block here by Austin Jackson. Left 73, gets off of it. Just a little bit too late to get into that backfield. The left side of that offensive line does enough to get a push. And you also have to say that Ware running very hard there to pick up those couple yards to get that first down.
Different kind of determination. He's not a big back at 2 away. He's not been great in short yardage situations. Neither has this offensive line this year.
Right now they sure are.
Daniels again flips it out quick. Blocks on the edge for Bonds, who slips another tackle. The Irish are not tackling well at all in the early going.
Now, a lot of that has to do with the skill that they're going up against. I mean, we talked about in the open. It's not just about JT Daniels as a freshman. We talked about for Notre Dame containing the skill on the perimeter. They've got some wide receivers that can make you miss. They also have receivers that can get downfield. And so far, Notre Dame is struggling right now against that SC speed.
Daniels, the Trojans making it look easy. Where? Knocked down after a short game. The Trojans show pulse. Some of their fans wondered. The answer so far a resounding yes.
Start to get down into the red zone area. It becomes a different approach for Notre Dame. No longer kind of that mentality of keep everything in front of you. Now you got to get a little bit more aggressive. Make the throws more challenging. Tighten those windows up.
Malapay ran it in for a touchdown. The first red zone trip for the Trojans. The Irish, very stout in this department. Just allowing 16 touchdowns in the 30 red zone trips by opponents this year.
Look at that time of possession.
Notre Dame has run only 9 plays in the 2 possessions. Daniels, near side, low throw. That's really his first bad throw of the night.
I was going to say the exact same thing. It's the first time we've seen him not be able to put the ball in the receiver, could not just make a play on it, but hit him in stride where he can do something after the catch. It's a nice long throw. He's more than capable of making that throw. He just looked like he may have short-armed it. Notre Dame, look around the Notre Dame's energy. Just kind of guy. This is a team with great leaders.
Don't see much.
No, I just don't see a lot of energy right now. It's almost like they're waiting for somebody to make a play to kind of spark them.
Had the one fumble recovery earlier, but not spark the offense. And now Daniels retreats and delivers into traffic. A flag comes in near the line of scrimmage, and it was Bonds making the catch. Illegal shift on the offense. That penalty is declined. Third down. Penalty doesn't cost them, but it's symptomatic of some of their red zone struggles this season. So now third down. You can make a first down at the 4.
Irish all year have done a really good job of getting after the quarterback. Clay Helton knows that. What we've seen tonight in this game is them coming up with a way to get the ball out of the hands quickly. They respect that pass rush a lot. And JT Daniels look for him to find a matchup and find a way to get the ball out quickly, not hold on to the ball.
St. Brown, who's got 7 catches already, to the left behind Pittman. Daniels looking that direction, lobs it for the end zone, but no chance to make a play. Too high for Pittman. 4th down.
Notre Dame brought the heat there. They brought a lot of pressure, brought one more than USC could handle, but he gets the ball off.
One of the many injuries to USC was to their starting kicker, Chase McGrath, in the 3rd game. So Michael Brown has come on in relief, and he's been effective. He's made 6 of 8. This from 30 yards. And he knocks it through. So the Irish down by double digits, the largest deficit of the season.
Didn't convert for JT Daniels, but I like where he put the football. Either receiver makes a play on it or it's incomplete, giving themselves a chance at 3 points.
It's time.
Ready?
2,
3,
1.
1.
Everything is possible. Spit spot. Not yet. Right, that's enough.
Rated PG. When Domino's is out for delivery, use Domino's new dinner bell to get the family home.
Sorry. You're never going to use this anyway. I gotta go.
Ring the dinner bell and they'll come running for their mix and match favorites. Choose any 2 or more like bread twists, specialty chicken, pizza, or salads for only $5.99 each.
The Mercedes-Benz winter event is back. And you won't want to stop for anything else. Lease the GLA 250 for $359 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
The secret to relaxation? No, not this. This Canada Dry Ginger Ale. Join me on a journey of the mind, the soul, and real ginger taste. Relax. So, are you ready for the journey, Elizabeth?
How did you get in here anyway?
I've been living in the attic with a family of owls.
Relax with the real ginger taste of Canada Dry.
Hey, what are you guys doing here?
We've been helping you prepare and invest for retirement since day one. Why would we leave now?
Because I'm retired now.
So, we're Voya. We stay with you to and through retirement.
With solutions to help provide income throughout.
So you'll still be here to help me make smart choices.
Well, with your finances, that is. We had nothing to do with that, tie.
Or the suit.
Or the shirt.
Voya, helping you to
and through
retirement.
Tuesday on an all-new Connors, Sarah Chalk returns.
Do you really regret having a baby?
With motherly advice.
I have no idea how poor people do it. I'm pregnant.
You are gonna love being a mom.
The Connors, new Tuesday on ABC.
Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. When you put in the hours, the reps, and the heart, nothing can keep you from being blimp-worthy. Goodyear, more driven. Who can spark Notre Dame? It's the Trojans. Come out and scored the first 10 points. Total yards, Kirk, 206 to 27.
Yeah, it's a slow start for the Irish. Only 2 first downs. USC with 13. Let's see what Ian Book does next time he gets out here right now.
Irish running just 9 plays to USC's 30. Think they'll leave it there. Well, preserving mental and physical energy a priority for Brian Kelly the last month or so. It's the second West Coast trip for the Irish. Played Navy in San Diego, went to Evanston, played at home against the Seminoles, went to Syracuse, Yankee Stadium last week. More than 8,700 miles in that span.
Still have the red eye back home, get them over 10,000.
But they felt confident that their tactics of resting and practicing with a little bit less hitting.
They look a little jet lagged right now.
Too. Just takes one play to spark an offense sometimes. Book just 2 of 4. Pressure. Flushed on first down, running for his life, scanning the field, and just has to throw it away. Nobody open.
His job here of kind of mixing up the looks, trying to keep this Notre Dame offensive line guessing. They slid to their left. USC had 2 defensive ends walk up all the way up on the line of scrimmage, and Notre Dame ended up moving that offensive line, sliding it to the left, and made it easy to try to get pressure on them at that time.
The Lion, rookie Seppa was giving chase. Now they flip it in the flat. Williams is an effective receiver. Gets ahead of steam. Almost busted a long one out across the 40 before Cameron Smith stopped him for it down.
They did it. It's a very well-designed play. Watch Notre Dame come in here with a couple receivers. Reason that's big is Cameron Smith is trying to stay with Dexter Williams in coverage. They get the ball out there, kind of set up a screen there to get him some room to get out in the open field.
And now Book, a downfield shot from Boykin over his head. Good coverage over there by Biggie Marshall, he's a tough man to beat one-on-one.
That's a great matchup to watch tonight with Boykin with that catch radius at 6'4", 228 pounds, and Marshall on the other side, who's played a lot of football in the Pac-12, physical corner, and really has done his film work and studied Boykin. You could see him having his hands on Boykin and getting his head turned around, waiting for that back shoulder fade or high fade ball.
These players on the right side almost all year, Marshall, got him shadowing Boykin tonight. Playing on the left is Fink. Makes the catch. It'll set up a 3rd and 4.
USC constant movement. They're not just sitting with 4 down linemen and 2 linebackers in nickel coverage. They are moving on almost every snap with their defensive line, bringing pressure with those linebackers.
Irish yet to convert on 3rd and over 2. Trojans bring some pressure. Williams in the flat. The outlet has the first down at the 45. Smith was there again.
Really good job of feeling that pressure. He kind of sensed it that Tate would be coming, and he just throws a little hot route. See the safety, the linebacker rather, Cameron Smith trying to get back out there. It's the second time in the last few plays. Cameron Smith, as a middle linebacker, having to try to get out to the perimeter to stay with Dexter Williams in coverage.
Tate, good job, Kirk. You got to rep that one. Freshman. What? From the pocket. He is over the head of Boykin. That time coverage by Langley.
These USC deep on island wide receivers. In this case, there's an advantage with that height of Boykin and that catch radius against Langley, who's had not the greatest of years.
He's often targeted by opponents. Got an inexperienced safety like Williams, the freshman. What do? Get him involved in blitzing. He's done a lot of that early. Once again, it's Williams. They're ready for him this time. Seppa slams him down for a loss. He'll be 3rd and long.
But they brought the linebacker here and also the freshman Williams here, and they end up dropping the defensive end outside linebacker Seppa, who's right in position. Lancey Pendergast, again, the defensive coordinator, 1 step ahead of Brian Kelly and Chip Long right now.
There was not a huge buzz before this game, let's be honest, but now the Trojan faithful making some noise on 3rd down. Fink. got to make a whole bunch of people miss. And he does. Fighting, not a first down. It would be 4th and 4, but the ex-walk-on has gotten a lot stronger to break tackles like that. Gives him a chance on 4th down.
Yeah, you got to love Chris Fink. The area he's improved the most, getting stronger. He's dangerous as a returner, but also with the ball in his hands. And interesting by Brian Kelly. Picked up enough yards there in plus territory. Feels that he wants to give Ian Book a chance here. Did a lot of one-on-one coverage on the outside with those wide receivers. Looks like SC's going to blitz him.
Book. Broken out. Diving in there was Imam Marshall. He is the wrong guy to challenge on 4th down.
But what coverage and what a night that Ian Marshall has had. Watch him out here on the right side. Jump this route and anticipate the short yardage that they need for that first down. He's not thinking it's 7 yards or 8 yards downfield. He's right at that first down marker. That's where experience comes into play. Smart. Nice job by Imam Marshall to knock that ball away.
Little girl and boy land, while well within it, you are ever happy there. Childhood's joyland.
Never let go of your dreams. The Mercedes-Benz Winter Event is back. Lease the GLC 300 for $459 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Some moments can change everything. You can't always predict them, but you can game plan for them. For 150 years, generations of families have chosen Pacific Life for retirement and life insurance solutions to help them reach their goals. Being ready for wherever life leads. That's the power of Pacific. Ask a financial advisor about Pacific Life.
Time for a new cabin air filter? We've got you covered. The highly trained technicians at Jiffy Lube replace filters, change oil, and more. You can do more in a Jiffy.
At the Home Depot, this is how we do Black Friday savings on all the magical touches you need to pull off a miracle on your street. This is why. Right now, get 20% off artificial Christmas trees at the Home Depot.
It's not what champions do, it's what champions don't do. They don't back down, they don't settle, and they don't quit. Except for Cable. Cable. Yeah, you quit Cable. Because we are Cougars, and we don't quit. Unless what? Unless it's Cable!
Quit Cable and switch to DirecTV and get the most live sports in 4K. More for your thing. That's our thing. 1-800-DirecTV.
Saturday Night Football, presented by Walmart on ABC, is brought to you by Pacific Life. Experience the power of Pacific. And Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
It's a big win at USC Lower. The Irish with local product John Ewart, Heisman Trophy winner at 17-0. Trojans rallied for a win. Imam Marshall breaking up the pass by Book on 4th down, and USC takes over. Up 10, and Daniels. Back shoulder throw of his own. That's complete to Pittman.
We've talked a lot about his relationship with St. Brown, and you said how many balls have they thrown?
He said 100,000.
But here he shows a similar relationship with Pittman, a veteran who comes back to the football, actually broke back to that ball before JT Daniels threw that, and Daniels continues to be in this rhythm.
Pittman with 4 catches, Vaughn's 6, St. Brown's 7.
Previous play is under further review. The ruling on the field is a catch.
Now, the crew is ACC, but the replay official is from the Pac-12. Jerry Meyerhoff. First chance to bring in Dave Katai, who has a short road trip as a West Coast guy. Dave, what's your take on this replay?
Well, Chris, thanks for that. On the short road trip, it looks like on that the first shot that we had, it looks like the point of the ball hits the ground, the ball moves with a loss of control. On that second shot from the backside, based on that shot, this is incomplete.
Okay, well, they continue to examine that. Let's take a quick timeout. Trojans trying to add to a surprising 10-0 lead.
I've been having dreams, jumping on a trampoline, flipping in the air. I never land, just float there.
Everybody likes flexibility, which is why CarMax lets you buy a car in whatever way is right for you. Get pre-qualified before you ever come to the store. Need some time? They'll hold a car for you for 7 days with no obligation to buy. You also have access to the entire nationwide inventory. If you find the perfect car someplace else, they'll ship it to your local store. The point is, it's flexible, and that's what you want when you're buying a car. Word of advice? Don't ever do this.
Introducing Levion Links of Love, only at Jared. Visit jared.com for $100 off any Levion purchase.
For a nasty cold, take new Dayquil Severe with Vicks VapoCool and vaporize it with an intense rush of Vicks Vapors. New Dayquil Severe with Vicks VapoCool. The daytime coughing, stuffy head vaporizer cold medicine.
So we want to make sure you're covered properly.
Okay, State Farm, let's just say hypothetically that someone used Aaron's bathroom and that person lit a candle and the candle accidentally lit a towel on fire and the towel charred the wall. What would that?
Weren't you just in the bathroom?
I've never been in a bathroom. Not once.
How does that work?
Well, I meditate and I make it go away.
It smells like you burned something.
We should definitely investigate it.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Our members shop a little differently, so we reward every purchase.
Let's see what Kate said.
For you, for all of us.
That's for me.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Live in Philly, it is The Rookie, Tuesday on ABC.
USC campus from above. I'll tell you what, the Texans and the Titans have a hard act to follow after the Rams and Chiefs ran around here last Monday night, but it's a good one. 7 in a row for the Texans as they take on the 5-5 Titans. ESPN2 has the game in Spanish. It's also on the ESPN app. So there's big brass left here after that.
Yeah, that was a great game.
Monday night game in history.
Great game. And that's become a nice rivalry between the Titans and the Texans. Big one for Braves and the Titans.
Replay took away that completion rule incomplete. So 2nd and 10, ball back at the Trojans 39, and Daniels gets it out quickly to Bayless Jones, who was knocked down after a short game. 3rd down.
Notre Dame catching a break there on that overturned completion. Puts USC now into 3rd down. SC so far 2 of 4 on the night.
Even though they've averaged 3rd and long, been able to convert.
I expect Notre Dame to tighten up their coverage. Try to take away these easy throws.
Keeping an eye on St. Brown, who's in motion. They bring a blitz. Daniels gets it out, complete, and slipping short of the marker was Vaughn. Could have made it easily. That time they came after the quarterback.
Yeah, they did. And another similar situation. This time the tight end, Petit, almost like a blocker. He's out off to the right. Nice job of picking up that blitz by where? Look at 82. He takes 2 of the Notre Dame defensive backs with him. And if it weren't for Vaughn slipping, he easily picks up this 1st down. So again, Notre Dame soft coverage. Surprised to see that. And USC, if it weren't for the footing there, they'd pick up another 1st down.
Talked about the field. It's cut very low, and they've had some rain here. It was a little bit soggy.
It's under further review.
We're going to stop and take a look at it. As I said, the Chiefs and the Rams ran all over this thing for about 4 hours.
I'm wondering if he may have fumbled this ball. I thought his knee may have touched, but the ball came out. I don't know if that's what they're going to take a peek at. Watch the football come out.
He's not down yet.
They got
The elbow right there. Did it touch?
That's what they're looking at to see if the elbow, see the ball is out. Now watch the ball.
It was an immediate recovery by Notre Dame. They did blow it dead that it could be Notre Dame ball, Dave. How do you see this replay?
Well, if you go one more frame right there, you'll see it. Here we go. He's got control of the ball now. Watch the elbow go down. There's no ball movement. Right now, he's securing the ball. I've got him down.
Got him down with
I've
the right
got him
elbow.
down.
Okay, I can see that. Looked like he did touch.
There wasn't much weight in that elbow, but it maybe just grazed the turf.
That's what it looked like to
After
me.
review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. 4th down.
I just want to give my tip of the cap to the boys upstairs who are quick on the button because they twice now, good job of pushing that button to get the call to stop the game, to be able to review a couple plays that were very close.
Amen. We've seen him a little slow.
Yeah, it was great.
Slow in the button sometimes this year.
Great by the boys.
Keep that slip in mind as Budrovich tries to pin the Irish deep. Lefty gets it high and short. And they bumped into Fake, who still makes the catch. It's going to be a penalty on USC's coverage. He did well to maintain his concentration. And now some tempers, and Irish beginning to show a little bit of fight back here.
That's what they need to do. If you're USC, you want to keep him in his trance. You don't want to start fighting.
That's a good word.
just let him just kind of sleepwalking.
See the clear, fair
Kick
catch.
interference on the kicking team. Number 47. 15-yard penalty. Push that.
Yeah, he got close, and then Fink on the bounce actually fielded it very well. So that'll move the ball. The Irish will begin this possession from the 36-yard line. A very quick first half, just 7:01 until halftime.
And now, this is where you would think that Notre Dame, based on the team we've watched since Ian Book has taken over, and Dexter Williams has been as a back, they've had a few series now to look at this defense and what they're doing, make their adjustments, and now you'd expect them to see what they can do here. But look at this.
Williams is swarmed and dropped for a loss. And this defense, which has been gashed by many opponents in the run game, showed up ready tonight.
Yeah, and look how they're just attacking. No regard at all for what Notre Dame might do to them trying to throw the football. They're shooting right through those gaps, being disruptive. And right now, Notre Dame doesn't have an answer for that. They've got to get the ball out on the perimeter, away from all that inside pressure.
Kirk Boykin, Claypool, their two set receivers have been shut out so far. There's a second and long. Ron Williams is going to be stopped after a 3-yard gain by Cam Smith. 3rd and long.
I'm telling you, Chris, the way Clancy Pendergast is bringing pressure in the middle with linebackers and safeties, that is tough sledding right now in the middle. They're going to have to continue to work to the outside. Looks like Kramer comes out with a helmet going off, and Rulin will come in right guard on a 3rd down.
Tony Jones is the back. Trojans again show that pressure up the middle. It's picked up. Book has a clean pocket and delivers. Fink breaks a tackle. He's got a 1st down. Finally wrestled out at the 46 by Marshall.
And there is a great throw that maybe could jumpstart this offense. Man-to-man. See on the outside, you'll see out on the right, down the sideline. You got a receiver that just kind of clears it, opens up that wide, far right side of the field where Fink has some room to work against a safety. It's a mismatch with Fink, and he wins it.
Confusion. A couple of Trojan defenders barely get off the field as Book takes a shot downfield, and still no catches for Boykin. Marshall was right there with him.
Yeah, it's a great. I'm having fun watching this matchup between these two guys, going back and forth. Watch 8. This time he actually loses him. Ball is just overthrown. So first couple of battles have gone to Marshall. This time Boykin actually beats him, and Book unable to deliver an accurate throw.
Marshall was so pumped up yesterday about this matchup. N'Keal Harry, the great receiver from ASU. That's the kind of guy, him and Boykin, that really get this future NFL corner inspired. Williams still trying to find room, and there isn't anything. He's going to lose yards again.
If you haven't seen USC play and you look at their record and you're watching this game, you got to be thinking, what the heck's going on? I mean, look at the effort. Watch them on the backside chasing this down. They're closing up. They're kind of holding steady. They're setting the edge. They're running from behind to chase the ball carrier down. It's like watching a different team.
So Liam Jimmons, a backup, just a handful of tackles all season. Ran down the running back and sets up a 3rd and 11. Big slot left. Book. Pressure. Trying to make something happen on the run. It's a long way to get it with his legs. He's got a chance to go right at the marker with Langley. Where will they spot it? And now some tempers flaring again.
We keep saying, who's going to make a play to spark this Notre Dame team? And right now, it looks like Ian Book, as a quarterback, he's not going to be a defenseless player. He's going to lower his shoulder and pick up that first down. You want to talk about a way to get a team to get inspired? Have your quarterback run around when it looked like he might get sacked and pick up the first down on 3rd and long.
There's no slide on that play. Now he's chased again, has to get it out. And finally, a catch is made by one of the heralded wide receivers, Chase Claypool, but not much there.
Now Chase Williams, the true freshman safety who is forced to start tonight. Marvell Tell out of the game. But they have been just depleted at safety, down to about their 5th or 6th safety tonight, hoping to hold up because they don't have a lot of depth behind these two starters.
Guys with very little experience out there playing their butts off for SC. Williams, he's just got nothing going. He's going to be wrestled down by Iasefa, who's played a strong first half.
He sure has. Doing a nice job, as I said, holding that edge. That time, Mack, the tight end, pretty physical player. Watch him come around and try to block 56. Gets off of that block, keeps his outside hand free, and is able to break down a very talented running back in Dexter Williams. That was textbook. Another 3rd down for Notre Dame.
Yeah, they may be thinking 2 plays to get the 8 yards.
It's a matchup they got to win right there with Fink.
You know, Fink, good call. And Fink is such a weapon on 3rd down. Makes the catch and they move to 6.
I bet D-Mount there getting it to you a little bit late, but this is the matchup that they want. Getting that outside receiver downfield. You see that same play a little bit earlier on the 3rd down. Outside receiver clears, creates this big space for Fink to be able to work with. And Ian Book feels very comfortable throwing that ball to the outside there to 10, Fink.
Finally a spark. And the Irish threatening. Jones turns the corner. The running game has not gotten anything. This is a UCLA team. We go shredded USC, Arizona State, Utah, all of them. Big yards against this.
But you got to remember that this is an inspired effort. They have nothing to lose. It's a rivalry game. We get that. And what Chip Kelly and UCLA were able to do to them last week was impressive. But right now, all these blitzes in the middle, they're trying to get the ball to the outside. Cannot do it.
Book. For Fink. Over the shoulder catch. Touchdown as the Irish finally break through. What a pitch and catch.
Just showed you how that's the matchup. That's who they've got to be able to go after against Lockett. A senior definitely gets the right foot down. They're going to take a peek at it again, I'm sure.
He's in bounds, but is he in the end zone? Right there. The ball does break the plane. All these big, tall, physical wide receivers on Notre Dame, they have not hurt the Trojans. It's been the ex-walk-on from the slot making all the plays. And that run by Book, you're right, Kirk, that may have sparked this offense as he picked up the first down yardage. 10-7 now.
This is the face of a man watching Rivalry Week on the super big Samsung QLED TV. He's cheering. On the inside, the 4K Samsung QLED TV.
Go big with Samsung. Get up to 40% off.
This season, keep your stories interessante, like Dos Equis, the beer whose label inspired the greatest comeback in history.
Authentic Mexican cerveza.
4.2% alcohol by volume. 1 gram protein, 0 gram fat.
Yeah! Total coach!
12 fluid ounces.
Dos Equis, keep it interessante.
That gift will never leave the box. And this will never go back in.
It's game on.
He only just started that drama.
It's a splendid run by Mbappe.
I just finished another try.
Rated everyone.
PlayStation.
Mercedes-Benz winter event is back. And you won't want to stop for anything else. Lease the GLA 250 for $359 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Agent Camarena, welcome to Guadalajara.
Who's that guy? Miguel Felix Gallardo.
The Rockefeller of marijuana.
Aquí, construyendo un imperio. El negocio está cambiando y tenemos que cambiar con él. Cocaína.
Get higher, baby. Get higher.
The king has gone crazy, making 10 nuggets just $1. Crazy, right? Crazy crispy, crazy juicy. 10 nuggets made of crazy delicious white meat for just $1. Now that's a crazy deal. Enjoy 10 golden nuggets for just $1, only at Burger King.
I think USC brought pressure right through here. They're also going to bring a safety that's going to come through here. Watch Ian Book. Watch his presence in pocket field. Slides to the left, buys himself time, and there is a lot of room for Fink to work against Lockett. Great throw again by Book. Remember that third down play where he gave great effort to pick up the first down, and Fink, Kettering Alter's finest from the Dayton, Ohio area, doing a great job here.
He's got a career high in receptions and yards already in the first half. Book able to convert on 3rd and long 3 times. Needed 10, 11, and 8 on third down plays. Got them all. That one run right at the marker was huge. So Bayless Jones to receive Justin Yoon's kick. He will have a chance from the 2. The speedster slips 1 tackle, but he stopped short of the 15-yard line as we go to the Bear. Chris Felica with the Aflac game facts. Nice pick, by the way, Ohio State over Michigan, Fleek. I'll give you that.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Someone on the set had to do it, and Bryce Harper as well. But tonight, this game, 6 times since 1990. This is the 7th where we've had a top 5 Notre Dame or USC team taking an unranked Notre Dame or USC team. Previous 6 games, top 5 teams won all of them by at least 9 points. Every single time except for 1. Unranked Trojans giving the Irish everything they can handle tonight.
Yeah, they sure are. This is an example of those rivalry games. There's a greater history in this rivalry than most of these kind of surprises where foregone conclusions just get crushed.
Yeah,
these teams get together.
And we're not going back to the you said since 1990. I mean, that's not that long ago when you think about having 6 different times we've seen a top 5 team upset.
The Irish did come in here, Manti Te'o and company, in 2012. It wasn't a dynamic performance, but it was enough to secure the win. Went on to get thumped by Bama in the championship game. Albert Reagan on the coverage team limping off for Notre Dame. And now SC with 2:13 and all 3 timeouts to work with before halftime.
A game like this is a lot of emotion. USC has controlled that for the most part in this first half. The first time we've seen Notre Dame put together a nice drive. Even the kickoff coverage team had a little bit of juice coming down the field. See how Helton plays this. He's been aggressive up to this point. Does he pull it in, try to work the clock and get out of here up 3, or get aggressive and throw?
Another safe throw far side. Tyler Vaughn's worked well in front of Julian Love, who slings him out of bounds.
There's your answer. He's coming out throwing and trusting the kid the way he's played so far. Again, just tuning in, he's 22 at 26 and has done a very good job with his decision-making and accuracy. True freshman.
Actually has more career starts than Book, though. And Daniels, good protection. He threw it behind his receiver. Ware out of the backfield. 3rd down and 4 now.
Really nowhere to go with that ball. Dalen Hayes, instead of coming after the quarterback, just kind of sunk out in coverage to help out with Julian Love, and he just had to throw that away.
Irish bench now asking for energy from their fans, and there are plenty here, dressed in blue and green. Notre Dame will get the football to begin the 3rd quarter, but would love to have another chance to tie or take the lead perhaps before halftime. Tighter coverage now. Daniels Takes a shot downfield, looks for Pittman, who makes a catch in Notre Dame territory. He beat Bracy. What a play.
Got a freshman out there, Bracy. Clay Helton told us this week, we got to win these 50-50 balls. Got to go up and make a play. We've got talented wide receivers. Michael Pittman is a junior at 6'4" with the ball up high in the air, intentionally by Daniels. Gives his receiver a chance. He goes up and makes a big play.
35 yards, an enormous play to keep possession and perhaps momentum. And now Bonds tiptoes his way and navigates for 9 on first down to the 35.
The run pass option, you can either hand that football off, or if the coverage dictates it, get the ball out to your receivers. And again, almost every time they've been on these RPOs, he is slinging it almost like a shortstop, getting the ball out quickly before those linemen go downfield and getting positive yards after the catch because of the accuracy.
Helton spends the first of his timeouts with 1:11 before halftime. Capital One halftime report. Kevin Nagandi, Mac Brown, and Jonathan Vilma will update things. Another playoff contender, Clemson, a 14-point home field lead over their rivals from in-state, South Carolina.
That Ohio State performance today in Columbus. We stayed for the first quarter after game day before we hopped on the plane to come out here. There was an energy and a kind of a chip on the shoulder mentality from the crowd, and of course Urban Meyer and the team. That was domination and really what they needed, not just to win the game, but to send a message to that committee. That was big time.
Michigan has a serious Ohio State problem.
Yeah.
Bigger than ever. They really do. 2nd and 2. Empty backfield, and now and this is the kind of little miscue that can break momentum. False start.
False start. Offense. Number 84. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
From among the tight end. Kind of what your 35-yard gain. You're in scoring position to build the lead before halftime.
But, for the most part, they've been able to overcome some of these setbacks tonight. All year, not so much. But tonight, they've been able to put some yards up.
263 in the first half. 218 of that in the air. Play action. Daniels again has protection and delivers a throw on the sidelines, and the catch is made beautifully by Bonds. Another first down.
Watch. They do a really good job of taking this away, but he sticks with it. What extension there by Bonds. 6'2". They dropped O'Bora out. That took it away, and instead of giving up on it, scrambles, buys little time, and eventually finds his intended receiver, Tyler Bonds.
Bonds targeted 10 times, 10 receptions.
That was full extension, wasn't it?
Beautiful. We talked about the talented playmakers. Daniels dealing to a bunch of 4- and 5-star guys. Now steps up, slings it across the middle. Gets made ball out again. And the Trojans in the scrum may have retained possession. Gilman, safety, punched it loose. And they're signaling takeaway, the second USC fumble after a catch.
Wow.
It's Drew Tranquil with it.
Gilman knocks the ball out coming up. He's made so many big plays for this team. He intentionally gets his hands on the ball, rips it out of there. He came up with 2 interceptions last week. Ball is out, and then it's a scrum. See a lot of white jerseys there trying to come up with it. It's actually between the legs there of St. Brown. But Notre Dame able to wrestle that ball away and get it.
Alohi Gilman, junior from Hawaii, made so many big plays. And Tranquil, the ageless 151st game for the Irish,
is under further review.
You're going to see perhaps if St. Brown did control the ball while he was on the ground with his legs before the Irish grabbed it out.
He makes a great play. The throw is outstanding. Ball clearly out. Ball's between his legs. And, I mean, you can see his hand go down to try to get it, but then it's a free-for-all. And Tranquil, you can see ripping that ball away from him.
He was trying to press those thighs together, get one hand down on it before the scrum arrived. Dave Kataya, it is difficult to overturn a call on the field in this kind of scrum. How did you see this review?
There's a recovery in the immediate and continuing action, but Chris, you're exactly right. You have to have a clear recovery. If you do not have a clear recovery, you've got to stay with a call on the field. So far, I have not seen anything here that shows me a clear recovery.
And Dave, you can't recover it with your legs, right?
No, you cannot recover it with your legs. It's not possession.
He's trying to get his hand.
Get one hand down there.
Yeah, exactly. There's Tranquil immediately trying to rip it away.
That's a Pac-12 replay crew, ACC officials on the field. This is an enormous replay review. It's either going to be USC ball at the 15, or the Irish will have it.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about potentially blowing an opportunity for USC. I mean, they're down at the 15-yard line with a minute to go. At the very least, 3 points. They had a key turnover. If you go back to the Cal game, very similar to this.
On the field stand. First down, Notre Dame.
So fumbles after catches by Pittman, and now St. Brown. Irish football, a minute to go. They've got 3 timeouts.
Sure do. Missed opportunity by USC. Very good job by Notre Dame and Gilman. Again, that was not an accident. He got his hands in there and knocked that ball out.
See how adventurous Chip Long, the play caller, is here. Book, flushed, and will be dropped. A short yardage sack by Tui Pelotu.
I want to see how Brian Kelly and Chip Long decide to approach this. 3 timeouts. They do get the ball to start the second half. Remember, SC won the toss, elected to take the football.
Sometimes the first play in a drive dictates things.
Yep.
And there's no urgency now.
Not at this point.
Did not spend the timeout. And now they just hand it off to Jones. And Jones trying to spark it. He'll move the sticks and stop the clock momentarily. 26 seconds to go. You'd think they would want to take a shot downfield. Clock moving again. 16 and counting. And Book against the blitz. Pitches and catches, another first down up to the
Notre Dame will call a timeout.
Yeah, but just 10 seconds. They did not spend one earlier.
Thought they might after that first down. Now 10 seconds left.
Well, that last drive, Ian Book was effective as a runner in that clutch third down and as a thrower.
Yeah, got the matchup with Fink out in space against Lockett. This is a big play. Looks like he's in the pocket. It's about to collapse on him. Doesn't give up on it. Third down and long. Looking for a spark. Boom. Quarterback lowers his shoulder and comes up with that first down. And then he makes the great throw to Fink for the touchdown. They kind of turned the tide here for Notre Dame.
Book, who grew up dreaming of playing Pac-12 football, originally committed to Washington State. He was a big UCLA fan, just because his older brother loved USC. Little brothers do that kind of stuff.
Just poke at him a little bit.
But very much looking forward to the return to his home state. And that is not what USC needs, is another injured Trojan there. Book, clock ticking down, heaves it downfield, and the catch is made. Claypool at the 41 with 3 seconds to go. But because they showed little urgency after the sack and didn't spend a timeout, it's just going to be a heave to the end zone, you'd think, at this point.
Yeah, and they remember, they did have 3. Claypool with that size. First time we really called his name tonight. Makes a acrobatic catch there right in front of Iman Marshall.
Just don't understand why after the sack, when you've got 3 timeouts, you don't spend one. And now, instead of perhaps being able to throw a pass and get into field goal range, you just got to heave it to the end zone. Irish, after a very slow start, showing some spark, some energy. USC squandering opportunities to really build a convincing lead with those 2 fumbles after catches. So 3 receivers to the left. Irish have a whole lot of big, tall guys to go up after the football.
They brought Pittman in for a USC wide receiver back by the goal line.
And now USC will spend a timeout on defense to set up the alignment on this Hail Mary, which is very appropriate when it's Notre Dame taking a shot. But we talked about, Kirk, the poise, the maturity, for this Notre Dame team, the business-like approach, maybe too business-like. They didn't show a whole lot of fire. The Trojans certainly did. But you wonder, as this second half unfolds, are those two fumbles, those mistakes going to haunt SC?
Yeah, it could be. I mean, I've been impressed with, obviously, anybody watching this game is going to be impressed with USC's defense, the way they're playing. Look at Notre Dame. It's a team that, as much as Ian Book has talked about, they want to run the football. That's kind of their identity, to set up Book and to play action. But SC, to their credit, has taken them out of their game plan. I think Notre Dame's very fortunate, considering those two turnovers, to be sitting here just at 10-7.
So same formation for the Irish after U.S. A few yards short of the end zone. Quarterback couldn't quite get it there, and it cost them a chance at points. Wow.
You talked about the height advantage. Boykin right there, 6'4", goes up in the middle of that. All those bodies, it comes up with that catch.
But hand strength.
Yeah, great strength. And USC fortunate that was not almost a face mask there by Harris, but he got beneath the face mask.
They moved it 83 yards, Kirk, in that drive in a minute. But the sack to begin the drive, the decision not to use a timeout, and the Irish come up empty and still trail by 3. They will get the football again to begin the second half. Let's see if USC can sustain what has been an energized, inspired performance as big underdogs in their home field, trying to get bowl eligible. To Maria with Brian Kelly.
Coach right now getting his team into the tunnel. You guys forced a fumble and then almost scored a touchdown on the last play of the half. How would you describe the way your team ended this half?
Yeah, well, we ended a little bit better than we started. And give USC credit. They came out, executed very well, especially offensively. And we've got to tighten up. We're a little too soft defensively. I thought we tightened up a little bit better.
And offensively, how do you continue to find that balance with the run game as well?
Well, they're low to the line of scrimmage. We got to throw the football right now, make some plays down the field. A lot of guys at the line of scrimmage, a lot of pressures. We'll navigate some run game out of there. We'll make some adjustments at halftime, and then we've got 2 quarters, so we'll make some adjustments and come back and play a little bit better in the second half.
Thanks.
Yep.
I think Brian Kelly could give a seminar on how to do the halftime interview, maybe in the off season.
Indeed. JT Daniels, though, 26 of 31 in the first half. Trojans lead to a 3-point lead. The Capital One halftime report is coming up right after these messages.
Janice, Mom told me you bought a house. So now that you have a house, you can use Home Code Explorer. Quiet. Testing my quads. Janice, look, I'm in a meeting. Janice, look. Look. It's easy. You just answer some simple questions online and you get coverage options to choose from. You're ruining my workout. Cycling.
The secret to relaxation? No, not this. This Canada Dry Ginger Ale. Join me on a journey of the mind, the soul, and real ginger taste. Relax. So, are you ready for the journey, Elizabeth?
How did you get in here anyway?
I've been living in the attic with a family of owls. Relax with the real ginger taste of Canada Dry.
There's a place where family and tradition are forged in California sunshine, strengthened by the inspiration of a world-class private research university that's meeting tomorrow's challenges with a global perspective. It's defying convention and promoting new creativity in the celebration of human achievement. The University of Southern California, a place like no other.
An education teaches us who we are in the world. It teaches us what we can do and what we hope to become. But most importantly, it teaches us where we belong.
Welcome to the
Capital One Halftime Report.
Ian Book to Chris Fig. Notre Dame, though, second time this season, they are trailing at the half. They trailed the Pitt by 1, but they came back to win by 5. They will receive the ball to start the second half. How about the rivalries? Palmetto Bowl, number 2, Clemson hosting South Carolina, and JV Trevor Lawrence and T. Higgins.
Trevor Lawrence had to skip a beat. I like what Clemson is doing offensively. We see the bridge package right here. Christian Wilkins jumping in, diving in for the touchdown. But the defense for Clemson, they are getting tested right now on South Carolina.
What are you seeing from Jake Bentley?
So I'm seeing Jake Bentley, and the routes that the receivers are running are over and up, and they're getting behind the secondary and the safeties, and that's causing these big plays and touchdowns right now, giving Clemson all types of issues in the secondary.
Now, the problem that South Carolina's got, they can't stop the Clemson running game, so they're dominating time of possession right now.
Clemson right now with the lead, opening things up in the second half, 42-21. Welcome to the studio, Kevin Agani alongside Mac Brown and Jonathan Velma. I mentioned Rivalry Week, and we saw the biggest rivalry in all of college football, and it was a shocker in Columbus. The game, Michigan favorite for this one, trying to finally beat the Buckeyes in Columbus for the first time in 18 years. Dwayne Haskins to, how about the freshman Chris Olave, the true freshman with the touchdown, and then Mac, you started to feel that here comes the Wolverines late in the second half, first half, I should say.
Yeah, they started fighting back, but you've got to win special teams on the road. This block punt changed everything, and after this, Michigan was really out of the game. The biggest thing I took away, though, Jonathan, was that the speed of Ohio State was so much better than Michigan's speed that they just couldn't run with them, especially with their man.
This play right here says it all. As you said, Mac, the speed, Paris Campbell turning the corner, burning that Michigan defense, worn out. They were out there for too long, and the Michigan offense had no answer for Dwayne Haskins putting on the money all game long.
He breaks Drew Brees' Big Ten record, 41 touchdowns on the season.
I mean, we didn't need the underdog score point. We didn't need the revenge tour. We didn't need the guaranteed win. We know what this game means to this school, to our teammates, and to our coaches. So I just knew that this week in practice I needed to bring a different type of energy. I did it last week versus Maryland, and all today. I'm glad we got that win.
Well, when things go good, things go great. I mean, good. If it doesn't, then you take responsibility for it.
Jim Harbaugh, they only coached to start 0-4 against Ohio State as the Michigan head coach. Mac, you've lost some rivalry games against Bob Stoops 5 in a row, then you came back to win 4 or 5. What's it like? What's Jim Harbaugh experiencing right now?
Well, we beat A&M 10 out of 14, and nobody cared because we were beating them. It's the game you lose that people talk about every day. So the Michigan players who are sitting there at 10-2 and have had a great year compared to some of the others, all they will hear between now and this time next year is you got to beat Ohio State. And it just puts more pressure on them and on them and on them. And Coach Rell, I said, Coach, how do you get this stopped? I don't like it.
Yeah.
He said, when you're good enough and you're tired of hearing it, you'll win the game. That's how streaks go away.
And right now, Michigan's got a lot of questions. How about the big question for Ohio State after this performance? Where should they be ranked on Tuesday night?
I'm putting Ohio State number 5 on Tuesday night. I'm assuming, we know Alabama won. I'm assuming Clemson and Notre Dame win as well. And then we have Georgia sliding up now to the number 4 spot. And then Ohio State at number 5 with Oklahoma right behind them. And again, it's because of what I've seen from Oklahoma's defense, not just the last couple weeks, all season long. It's been bad. And Ohio State's defense clearly has the potential to be a lot better and can play very well when they need to.
It's going to be the big question Tuesday, 4, 5, and 6.
Ohio State's got Northwestern. Georgia's got Alabama. Oklahoma's got Texas.
Yes. Yeah, the matter of your opponent, the strength of that in the championship games. And, well, Alabama be number 1, 12 straight games, beating an opponent by 20 catch of the day from Henry Ruggs.
Man, that is just amazing. And we talk about this all week, all season long about Tua and the passing game for Alabama. I mean, that's just exceptional. They are awesome.
That was a fourth quarter touchdown pass.
Exactly. 5 touchdowns passing and 1 running.
Wow. And now for your Capital One fan vote update, we'll take you to the clean, old-fashioned hate rivalry between Georgia And Georgia Tech, well, there was a lot of hate coming from Jake Fromm in that arm. How about that? Jake Fromm rolling 4 touchdowns, a career high. Georgia winning 45-21, getting ready for Alabama in the SEC title game. LSU on the road at Kyle Field against Texas A&M. Joe Burrow to Justin Jefferson, the touchdown holding on. We're tied at 17 apiece in the third quarter. LSU on the road. More after this.
The Capital One Halftime Report is brought to you by the Capital One Saver Card. What's in your wallet?
Don't lie, what you living in? Take a look around, at least you got friends. Come on, lady, oh, friendly.
The new Capital One Saver Card. Earn 4% cash back on dining and 4% on entertainment. Now when you go out, you cash in. What's in your wallet?
Heads up! ABC Funny Wednesday is entirely new. New goals. Coach is here to whip us into shape.
What do you say? I say get out of my house.
New moms.
Why does she have wind blowing through her hair? We're in an enclosed space.
New questions.
I'm freaked because I just found out that I'm pregnant.
Will you marry me?
And new trouble.
Welcome to a Category 2 store.
New Wednesday starting 8/7 Central.
I think I parked on your lawn.
And what a lucky lawn.
On ABC.
It's football season, and the dynamic forces are at work. Every team embracing the change that will lead them to the Pac-12 football championship game. It's the Pac-12 North versus the Pac-12 South, and an all-out leave-it-on-the-field contest, making way on the big stage for the College Football Playoff National Championship. The Pac-12 Football Championship game at Levi Stadium, Friday, November 30th. Get your tickets now. Go to pac-12.com/tickets.
DirecTV wants to know, what's your college football thing? Is it a family tradition thing? Or perhaps a crazy rivalry thing? Thing is. That thing. Watch college football on ESPN anytime, anywhere with DirecTV.
Welcome back to the Capital One Halftime Report.
The ESPN app now with ESPN Plus. Get more ESPN and download now.
Titans versus Texans, Monday Night Football coming your way. In the meantime, we've got more rivalries from Saturday. Stanford taking on UCLA. Late in this one, a lot of offense, JB.
Talk about KJ Costello coming through in the clutch, down 42-41 to UCLA. He had 5 career highs, 5 touchdowns and 344 passing yards for Stanford to take the big game.
Base Cal next Saturday. Meanwhile, Arizona State taking on Arizona. MAC 2 first-year head coaches. And this is a game-winning attempt by Arizona.
Yeah, nothing better for Herm Edwards than a 19-point comeback on the road against your rival to finish the season on a positive note.
Congrats, Herm. Yeah, Kevin Sumlin, the Wildcats will miss a bowl game off that missed kick. Meanwhile, NC State taking on UNC. NC State had to win this game in overtime, and then this happened afterwards, JB.
Yeah, this is frustration on North Carolina's part. They had an opportunity to win this game in overtime. They didn't. NC State took the victory and bragging rights for the whole year.
The old Purdue, Indiana winner gets bowl eligibility, and Rondale Moore, good luck stopping him, Matt.
This may be the best guy in space in the country, JB. He's got speed in space, but he's one of the most electric players I've ever seen. 12 catches today for 141 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Great stuff there. Tyler Trent battling bone cancer, celebrating with the old Oaken Bucket as Purdue gets the win.
Need wiper blades? We've got you covered.
The highly trained technicians at Jiffy Lube replace windshield wipers, change oil, and more. You can do more in a Jiffy.
Taco Bell is celebrating the heart, soul, and spirit of college football, the student sections. A distinguished committee of experts from across the country has been created to rank and select the student section of all student sections. Check out litmostudentsection.com for more.
I'm the play-by-play announcer who's in your ear all game long. The more praise I heap on your team, the more excited you get.
Touchdown!
Now, you don't hear the upstairs toilet overflowing, and I don't mean with confidence. You wanted a bowl season? You got a bowl season. And if I can show up on game day, imagine what could happen the rest of the week. So get Allstate. Be better protected from mayhem like me.
I need you to hear me. You are not the best part of my life. You are my life.
I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you.
Dare you show the world that you are not afraid of anything.
I'll be a constant friend.
When things get tough, you're the friend that's always there. I'm gonna be right here with you until you find all the answers you're looking for.
I'll be there for you.
That's your baby. Oh my God.
Look at you go.
I'll be there for you. I'll be there anytime you call.
A Million Little Things. New Wednesday, 10/9 Central on ABC.
When you are a leader, standing still is not an option. On the field and off, we are a collective laboratory for change. Our campuses are all inspiring. Our academic communities, cutting edge. Our athletic versatility, unprecedented. Over the past century, we have adjusted our winning formula and dominated through disruption. The dynamics of change is in our DNA. Pac-12, the Conference of Champions.
The Capital One Halftime Report is brought to you by the Quicksilver Card from Capital One. Earn unlimited 1.5% cash back every purchase, everywhere.
It looks like they're going to have a tremendous season.
Hold up, let me get up in it now.
Somehow this one seems different.
ACC Big Ten Challenge. Indiana takes on number 1 Duke Tuesday at 9:30 on ESPN.
Look at our schedule next week, guys. Championship weekend. What stands out when you see these three games, Matt?
I think the biggest thing for me is Texas OU, because OU lost the first one. Kyler Murray had the 2 turnovers. Hard to beat somebody twice, so Texas got their hands full.
I'm looking at the Clemson pick. I'm seeing secondary Clemson having all types of issues. Pitt may be able to replicate that next week.
We'll see how that plays out. Enjoy your second half. SC kicking off the Notre Dame after this.
This is the last one. So help me God. Rated R.
No one will love you like I do. No one will love you so true. And I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do.
Dare to be devoted. Jared.
You have a direct order. See the captain immediately. That means now.
Just thinking like a criminal.
Worse, like a criminal cop.
He has gone over the edge. He is going to get somebody killed.
He knows what we're going to do.
He knows that we do things what we expect. You want me to go down without a fight?
The Rookie, all new Tuesday at 10/9 Central on ABC.
Hey!
Wow, check out Captain D's new snacks. Craveable flavor for only $3.49. Dive into fish tenders or butterfly shrimp, all served with delicious hush puppies. Get Captain D's new snacks now.
Captain D's, the taste of the coast.
Going on now, save the tax at Mazers. Get national brands for up to 50% off national chain store prices. Save the tax at Mazer Appliance in Avondale.
Shop early and save big on the hottest technology gift of the season. Hyundai holidays have begun.
Now get up to $5,250 in total savings or 0% APR on the 2018 Sonata. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Give us your longest day, and we'll give you a great night's sleep. Because during the Rooms to Go holiday sale, the all-new Tempur-Pedic mattresses are in stock with an incredible finance offer. Your best night's sleep starts with payments of $25 a month for a queen Tempur-Pedic mattress with 88 months interest-free financing. So hurry in now and buy one of the new Tempur-Pedic mattresses for as low as $25 a month with 88-month interest-free financing. Only for a limited time at Rooms to Go.
Grace House Ministries has gift wrapping booths at 2 locations in the River Chase Galleria.
Celebrate with Captain D's Family Meals. Treat your family to the Fish Family Meal or the Butterfly Shrimp Platter. Perfect for sharing and dipping. Be a holiday hero with Captain D's Family Meals.
Captain D's, the taste of the coast.
Preparing you for the day ahead. Good morning, Alabama. You're watching the Jiffy Lube Rivalry Series.
Set for the second half at Coliseum. Saturday Night Football presented by Walmart. This presentation of the Pac-12 on ESPN, part of the Jiffy Lube Rivalry Series, the 90th collision between Notre Dame and USC. A pretty surprising first half as the underdogs lead by 3. Chris Fowler back with Kirk Herbstreit. Irish will get the ball, Kirk, to begin after that close call at the end of the half when they were tackled at the 3. What can they do to get this running game going? It's been a major problem.
I think you're going to have to throw to set up the run. And I thought we'd see a little bit more of that in the first half just because of the way SC is defending this offense. Makes it tough to run the football.
And Stenhouse boots it deep. It's our Pacific Life game summary.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, it's been an interesting start. JT Daniels, who is a true freshman, look at his numbers, 26 and 31 for 244 in the first half. Really got into a rhythm. Notre Dame playing soft coverage. He took advantage of it. They had a 10-0 lead. He had booked with a big play here on third down to keep a drive alive and send a message. Kind of sparked Notre Dame. A couple plays later, he hits Fink for a big touchdown to get up to 10-7. And a big story has been kind of a theme all year for SC. A couple turnovers in plus territory took points off the board.
There's Williams, who came in chasing a 1,000-yard season, but was held as 16 yards in the first half. Slips after a 6-yard gain there.
Remember, USC attacked Notre Dame at the line of scrimmage. Won that battle, brought a lot of safety and linebacker blitz, run support. Notre Dame had a hard time with that. Be surprised if they don't get a little bit more impressive throwing the ball.
Book pulls it. It's a design run, but Iosefa has been tracking down ball carriers all night. No gains, third down coming up.
USF's had a great night tonight. Whether it's rushing a quarterback or especially holding that edge, being disciplined, not letting Book or Dexter Williams get outside of him. This is where we've seen that safety pressure, the linebacker pressure on third down. Watch it up the middle.
Book rolls and throws to the sideline. Incomplete. Claypool wanted a flag against Marshall. Did not get one. Here comes the punt team.
We saw a lot of Miles Boykin against Marshall in the first half. This time again, another big receiver ball just out of the reach of Claypool to be able to make that. Pretty tight coverage once again there by even Iman Marshall.
There was no flag and none was deserved, but I'll tell you what, you got to find someone else to attack the Iman Marshall. He agreed to be.
I agree. I think you got to go back to the slot with Fink against the safety.
Booming kick. I knew some Bonds will let it go over his head, and this is going to be an effective way to flip the field position as the Trojans will take over at the 10-yard line. Maria?
Well, Chris, I got a chance to speak with both coaches, and for Notre Dame and Brian Kelly, he said, one, his defense has to play tougher, but one of the adjustments that they're going to make is playing a little more zone here in the second half. He feels like they're giving away too many free access plays and throws, so they want to eliminate some of that. As for Clay Helton, he loves the way his freshman quarterback is playing JT Daniels. He said he's taking exactly what the defense gives him. He's not making critical errors, but he told his team, we have to finish. That's been a key this entire season, is the way that we finish games, and here's a great way to finish the regular season.
Yeah, finishing, that's been the challenge. And you wondered how would they recover from those two fumbles by receivers after catches. It's the kind of thing that caused them to unravel against Cal, for example. They had a 14-0 lead. Boom, Irish get a big hit from Gilman. Just a very impressive duty. Small-town Hawaii guy, Wixon Navy, transferred to Notre Dame, sat out last year.
Watch the textbook form here. You want to see how to tackle? Right there. So many times you see safeties just come up and use their shoulder, just have a big hit. That was a big hit, but he wrapped him up. That is as good as it gets.
Quiet guy, respected leader on this defense. Daniels has a bunch of time, flips it short. Ware just dropped it, and it's back to the defense. Lost the handle, third down.
Here's a little adjustment right here, dropping Okora, who's a pass rusher, out of the flat. How many times we've seen quick throws out to the edge, drop the pass rusher, give him a different look, and as a true freshman, that's where JT Daniels struggles, like most guys do. If that primary receiver's taken away, he starts to get uncomfortable, starts to panic. They weren't able to do that much to him in the first half. That's an adjustment here to start the second half.
And the mistake by Ware, you saw his head spin around and look for a defender. So 3rd and 7. Irish brings some pressure, and it's a heave, and flag comes in. That was Gracie defending Pittman. That was just a prayer by the quarterback.
Yeah, that was just throwing it up and hoping.
Pass interference on the defense, number 35. First down.
They were pushing back and forth. You can tell that Gracie out there on an island against a talented receiver, impeding the receiver from getting to the football, grabbing onto that jersey and holding.
First penalty for the Irish, moves the ball to the 26, first down. Marquise Stepp, the young back, number 30 in the game for USC. They fake it to him, and Daniels, a downfield shot, another 50-50 ball, except he gets 0% chance to complete it when it's thrown out of bounds. Tillery was there in the quarterback's face.
So now Notre Dame just rushing 3 on some of these pass downs, getting guys out into the flat. Okora again dropped out into the flat. Brian Kelly telling Maria, probably telling Clark Lee, too, the defensive coordinator, hey, let's take away some of these easy throws. Let's make him have to throw the ball downfield. Don't give him the underneath throws.
You surprised so few hits on the quarterback? I know the ball's coming out early.
Coming out quick. Makes it tough.
They have not been able to affect Daniels very often. And now, Stepp, the young back, takes off and is knocked down to the 30. This is his 4th game. So Helton can play him in this game, and with the rule now preserve the redshirt season.
Yep, good point. If there's anything I've been surprised by, it's been that USC, for the most part, holding their own in the trenches, not just pass pro, but even when they've run the football, they're getting movement up front against that Notre Dame defensive line.
Once again, it's 3rd down. The Trojans trying to continue the march that began back on the 10-yard line. Play clock winding down. Daniels, with the pressure closing in, delivers to Pittman. He came back to the football, and they'll spot him short of the marker just across the 35.
Yep. Rushing 3, dropping 8, giving him more to have to read and decipher. Makes the right read, but the ball brought him back, and his effort, like as you said, Chris, he kind of jumped back to the ball. If he would have just stayed where he was and caught the ball and went down, he would have had a first down. But instead, he's about a half yard short.
Helton hesitated. He doesn't want to punt here, but he thought better of a gamble. His own 35. Not often you can say that he's trusting the defense this year, but he is tonight. And Budrovich It's a high spinning punt that I think will just let bounce. It goes backwards and will roll out of bounds at about the 34. So the average defense get a stop. They go back to work down 3.
Wait. This is incredible. Yeah, it's an incredible deal. This weekend, join T-Mobile and get the awesome iPhone XR on us.
It has an amazing camera.
And it comes in all those colors.
So when they join T-Mobile, give them the iPhone XR?
It's the holidays. We've got to go big. It's too much. I can't bear it.
Tell me you went with the bear head just for the pun.
Well, maybe.
This weekend, join T-Mobile and get the iPhone XR on us.
So, did you get a new car?
Kind of. Thanks to Navy Federal, only took 5 minutes. And vets can join? Oh, yeah. How do you kind of buy a new car? It's used. It's for Mikey. You know he's going to have girls in that car. Yeah. He's going to have 2 of them.
Great benefits for veterans. From Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Okay, portal answer.
Oh, hey, baby.
Hey.
Happy holidays.
Aw, you having an ugly sweater party?
What?
Oh, no.
Are you throwing a bird cookie party?
No, I think she's having a messy kitchen party.
Very funny, you guys.
Deal 'em, Frank.
Portal, starting at $149 for a limited time.
What do they call you, Craterhead? What do you say we fix your forehead?
It's not medically necessary.
There's something wrong with me.
I have autism, which makes empathy very difficult. Does that mean I can't be a good doctor?
Good Doctor, new Monday on ABC.
We're so mindful of California, of the tragedy, the loss of forest fires, both in the north and southern part of the state. This is in Paradise, the town, the northern part of California that was completely destroyed. On Thanksgiving Day, volunteers from Cal State Chico delivering meals to those who had lost everything, also the first responders. And here's Ian Book, Northern California native, on the run, completes a Mac, and the tight end is going to be knocked down near the 50. Cam Smith told me, another guy who's from that Sacramento area, he's going to go up and in his break between semesters try to volunteer and do some good work for those in need in the northern part of the state.
Yeah, it's impacted so many people in their lives, families. Great to see Cam Smith taking the time to get involved.
Tremendous ambassador for this program. Now, Williams finally has some room. Dexter Williams in the clear. And in the end zone as Notre Dame takes the lead. Bottled up, controlled all night, Kirk, but a 52-yard explosion for the running back.
And really give Chip Long a lot of credit for this play. You can see the lineman pull, but actually they're coming back this way, affected the eyes, not only of the safeties, but the linebackers as well. Picked up a nice block there by the tight end, Komet. This really little misdirection up front. And these safeties, these inexperienced safeties, a little slow to react there. And first time tonight we've seen them pay for that.
And Jane Harris, one of the experienced safeties, he slips as he was trying to track Williams down. Notre Dame once down 10, now up 14-10.
Not long ago, Rhonda started here. And then more jobs began to appear. These techs in a lab, this builder in a hard hat, the welders and electricians who do all of that. The diner stacked up because they all needed lunch. Teachers, doctors, jobs grew at lunch. What started with one job spread all around because each job in energy creates many more in this town. Energy lives here.
When Domino's is out for delivery, use Domino's new dinner bell to get the family home.
Sorry. Adam's hydrogen. You're never going to use this anyway. I gotta go.
Ring the dinner bell and they'll come running for their mix and match favorites. Choose any 2 or more like bread twists, specialty chicken, pizza, or salads for only $5.99 each.
This is the face of a man watching Rivalry Week on the super big Samsung QLED TV. He's cheering. On the inside, the 4K Samsung QLED TV.
Go big with Samsung. Get up to 40% off. Dedication. Attention to detail. And going above and beyond. That's what it takes to do things the right way. With Rocket Mortgage, you can count on us to get your mortgage right. Because when it comes to buying a home, the right way should be the only way. Rocket Mortgage, America's largest mortgage lender and proud supporter of college athletics.
Sorry, Aaron, I know this stings, but defense wins championships, and we're defending your truck now, so State Farm, you can pack those khakis and go.
Who's protecting my house?
Should I unpack my khakis?
No, you keep those khakis packed.
Saturday Night Football, presented by Walmart on ABC, is brought to you by the unexpected energy of ExxonMobil. Energy lives here. Samsung QLED TV, the official TV of ESPN College Football. And Domino's. Order online and track your order.
Another example of an unranked USC team costing the Irish a chance at a national championship. Joe Theismann went crazy in 1970, threw for 526, but FC won it by 10. Now the playoff chase certainly shaken up today with Ohio State's emphatic rout of the Maize and Blue. Sunday, December 2, this selection show, noon Eastern time, will be the exclusive reveal after the championship games next weekend. Irish, of course, don't have that hurdle to clear. They can finish their business and complete a 12-0 regular season that most believe would certainly be good enough to get in the playoffs, and they have the lead for the first time, 14-10. Jones from a yard deep. Doesn't really get a chance to turn on the Jets. He's dropped at the 21. And now, Kurt, one of those moments in a game. JT Daniels so sharp, so poised in the first half, but this kind of adversity after the squandered opportunities in the first half to build a lead. This is so huge right now, I think, for this team and this quarterback.
Well, especially because of what we've seen from them this year, and not just JT Daniels, but they've had a hard time overcoming adversity. And here's some adversity right in their face. You see the yards, their advantage, time of possession, almost everything in their advantage, but 2 turnovers in the first half. Notre Dame comes out charging with a couple nice plays there to get a touchdown up on the board, and see what they do here.
It's where we'll see if that touchdown run by Williams energizes the Irish defense. See if they have a more aggressive approach against Daniels in the second half.
Yeah, and I also think what worked in that first half, a lot of quick throws, a lot of things where Daniels was able to make quick, and his receivers were making plays. He was spreading it all over the field, whether it was Vaughn, St. Brown, Pittman. They all were winning some one-on-one battles, and got to get back to that.
Got 4 on first down. It's a 4-man rush. Downfield launch and a jump ball on the sidelines. Incomplete. Now they're going to say catch by Bonds. He went up somehow, got it and stayed inbounds. I don't know how.
Remarkable play and adjustment by 21 Bonds. Did he get his foot down? He does, and has possession. Great look at that right there, right over Julian Love, who was actually in pretty good coverage. Ball is thrown up, where Bonds makes a play, but had to make a heck of an adjustment.
11th catch, and now projected first down run inside the 40 by Ware.
And they come right back and attack the interior of Notre Dame. Seeing the center, Lovendot able to get up to Coney. He's had some success doing that. I love how Clay Helton hits the big pass play, comes right back to the interior run, really almost before Notre Dame's defense could get their hands down on the ground.
Marquise Step, young freshman back in the game, but another flag before and a false start.
Yeah, the left tackle moved.
And Tyler Vaughn's a guy.
False start. Offense. Number 73. 5-yard penalty.
Adam Pasadena was the third-rated receiver in that recruiting class. He redshirted a year, had 57 catches last year as a freshman. A monster night tonight.
Oh, he's going to have to continue to make plays to give them a chance. It's one thing to make plays in between the 20s. They got to get the ball into the end zone.
Clark Lee's been rotating that defensive front. Two-back look. It's Jones in the backfield as he motions out. They barely get the play off, and now there goes the young man barreling forward. Step from Indianapolis. He's got a big future here.
Yeah, again, it's very similar. There's nobody on the center right here. It gets him up to the second level. Lobendon's athletic enough to be able to get up there. He had Coney in the previous play. This time he's able to get into the way of Tranquil and positive yards and then running game for USC.
Interesting to see a young freshman who's had a limited responsibility all year. Now in their toting the rock against the Irish in a big game. And he's got it again and turns the corner and is just run out of bounds by Love. He's by far the biggest, strongest USC tailback.
230 pounds and came all the way from Indianapolis to have a chance to play for SC. Got to the corner. Thought looked like Notre Dame had done a nice job of stretching that out, but just when you thought he might get pushed out of bounds for a short gain, he turned the corner and got some positive yards.
Step is out, Ware back in on 2nd and 4. Play action, and against the blitz, Daniels delivers a wobbly throw, incomplete, and a flag is down.
That's going to be a hold on USC right in the middle. The center, Lobendon, it's like he just grabbed Coney, just threw him to the ground.
Tavon Coney, the top tackler on this defense.
Holding on the offense. Number 50. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
Maria said that he was the one guy trying to provide some energy and a spark in the first half and forces the whole. Oh, yeah, that is
body slam. That's been a big matchup. Lobendon against Coney, run game, or when Coney has blitzed. Just when you're starting to put together a drive, another penalty has set you back.
2nd and 14. Ware trapped right at the line of scrimmage by Tranquil. 3rd down and long now.
I love how Tranquil, who's a former Rover, has adjusted to playing to the inside and how quick he's able to diagnose his play. No hesitation at all. Able to get up into that backfield and make a play in the back behind the line of scrimmage. Great linebacker plays. It's about being instinctive and being able to just quickly kind of assess what you see and pull the trigger. That's what he did there.
So Daniels make a throw on 3rd and 14. Irish don't bring pressure. And it's almost intercepted by Coney, who anticipated and jumped around.
You know what he did is he's following Ware, who comes out of the backfield. Ware will come out here. Coney's here. He's going to stay with him and does a good job of just putting his eyes up. And all of a sudden, boom, the ball hits him. Almost comes up with the interception. A quick slant. They're trying to throw it behind him or in front of him. Daniels that time just not doing a very good job of being able to see where Coney was.
Very short and high kick by Budrovich, and it's going to bounce backwards and be down around the 15-yard line. Midway 3rd quarter, Irish back to work, up by 4.
When a nasty cold won't let you sleep, try new NyQuil Severe with Vicks VapoCool. And vaporize it. New NyQuil Severe with Vicks VapoCool. The vaporizing, nighttime coughing, aching, stuffy head, best sleep with a cold medicine.
Introducing E-Trade Personalized Investments. Professionally managed portfolios customized to help meet your financial goals. You'll know what you're invested in and how it's performing. So you can spend more time floating about on your inflatable swan.
I am an Instagram boyfriend. Wing murals, candids, staged candids. I get them all. But now that rolled chicken tacos are back at Taco Bell,
Oh, wait, look.
my hands are tied.
Sunset Hard Hands. Babe, Sunset Hard Hands. Sunset Hard Hands.
Let's just enjoy this moment.
Take the picture.
So easy to dip, so hard to put down. Rolled chicken tacos are back with your choice of dips, only at Taco Bell.
Broke my personal record. What? No. Good break. Good break. I'm so sorry we can't make your barbecue. I'm just sick about it. What? Different kind of sick. If I can't work after surgery, how am I going to pay my rent? All these bills. Oh, Affleck.
And they pay you cash in just one day.
See how Affleck helps cover everyday expenses at Affleck.com.
The Wonderful World of Disney Magical Holiday Celebration, Thursday on ABC.
Chip Long making adjustments at halftime. Does a good job with some misdirection against an aggressive defense here. A little naked to get that defense overflowing because of that aggressive approach to get the ball out the flat to Matt. Very next play, they're going to pull the left guard to left tackle. The linebackers are reading those keys. They get confused following the quarterback. Instead, misdirection goes the other way, and they're getting the ball out on the edge that last drive for the touchdown.
From the 12, with play action, and now they flip it to Williams, who couldn't corral it just behind him. Just 16 yards for Dexter on 7 carries before halftime, but that 52-yard to really change the tone of the game. This Trojan defense with so many inexperienced guys, backups, freshmen, walk-ons. Book, shot down the field, and coming back is Boykin. They do that so well that finally a catch for Boykin that's in the field of play.
And they get Boykin matched up against Langley instead of against Marshall. What an advantage with his size at 6'4" against Langley, who's listed at 6 feet. But you can see what a big advantage that Boykin has. And I love how Book throws the ball back to the boundary up high where Boykin's got the advantage.
And Williams dances sideways, picks up a yard for Boykin. His third catch had that long Hail Mary that he grabbed just short of the goal line before halftime.
Boy, he's been a big part of the success of this offense. All the attention has gone towards Ian Book and Dexter Williams. These receivers led by 81 Boykin have been a big part of that.
Boykin and Claypool both to the right of the formation. It's Marshall over that side as well. They fire across the middle, and Claypool beats him. They beat Marshall. That battle won by the Notre Dame receiver, and they're set up for the 36.
Watch the offensive line. For this play to work, you need time because that play took a while. Claypool, he has really improved. They tell us he's a much better practice player, gets separation. And there's Book throwing the ball with some velocity.
Book in traffic, retreats, directing traffic, and now just throws it away. Very, very important for SC's defense to step up here because Book is starting to get his mojo.
He sure is, yeah. I think they've made some adjustments and giving him a chance to win some one-on-one battles. we thought they might go away from Imam Marshall because of the success he had in the first half against Boykin. But, they went right back to him, this time with Claypool. SC knows they cannot sit back. They've got to be aggressive, come after him.
Play action, slam, almost intercepted. That time Langley got his hand on the ball. Michael Young, the sophomore, couldn't get there.
With the personnel groupings, you've got 8 guys up close to the line of scrimmage, and it's leaving one-on-one matchups. That time, just not quite on the same page with Young in the quarterback book, and Notre Dame really catches a break, almost intercepted.
Tony Jones is back on 3rd and 10. Trojans on this crucial play, crowd the line, bring the heat, and it's a low throw incomplete. Once again, it's the freshman safety, Chase Williams, on the pressure.
Yeah, they brought a lot of heat here. He ends up coming free right here. Just shoots right through the gap. See, the back kind of went to his right there, Tony Jones, and it forced Ian Book to have to get rid of that ball before he was ready, and short hops his intended receiver, Fink.
Just felt the weight of that moment for this USC defense, given the pattern we've talked so much about it. Had the Irish gone down, added to the lead, just don't know whether the Trojans would have been able to recover from that. Now they'll get the football back. Down 4. As Newsom tries to create 4 field position, puts a lot on the punt, and it's going to land way into the end zone, not what they were looking for. But Curtis Wilson made the long journey westward in the All-State bus, helping us keep up with all the mayhem on Rivalry Saturday. What's your moment today?
The moment has to be in Columbus, Ohio. What Ohio State did today, underdogs at home, needed a big moment, and they got it. This is still, you can see it's an 8-point game with 4.5 minutes to go. The freshman ends up blocking it. Another freshman picks it up and goes into the end zone. That was kind of the turning point in the game, and definitely the mayhem moment of the day for college football.
Give Curtis some love. I want to say a special thank you to the men and women who drive our 4 TV trucks from Orlando to LA. It's back to Charlotte. So Michael, Mike, Jerry, Shelly, Ron, thank you very much, folks. Appreciate the dedication all season long. Daniels, plenty of time to throw on first down. Now just checks it down, and Guerrero battles right back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this is really like watching a different offense from the first half to the second half, and a lot of that has to do with Notre Dame doing a better job of taking away those simple throws and the RPO game, the run-pass option. Now, he was slinging it in the first half, and really not even contested on a lot of the passes because of the soft coverage. He's not had that same opportunity here in this second half. They're making him hold on to the ball.
Now, the play clock winding down. Heltzer will spend a timeout. Talked about JT Daniels. He's an interesting guy. Visiting with him yesterday. He's a guy that has that combination of wisdom for his years, yet naivete. He's got a little swag to him, no doubt, but also some humility, Kirk. And interesting, he said never in his life had he failed athletically, and he had adversity, but he was philosophical about this season. He said he's glad that he experienced it now and not later in his career here or in the NFL, because he clearly expects to have a long NFL career after 2 more years here.
Oh, of course, and the USC has such a great heritage of USC quarterbacks that have gone on to not just play well here, but up into the NFL. And he's definitely has poise for a young man, and could still theoretically be playing high school football this year.
Yeah, repeated 8th grade. Sent him back here, then compressed junior and senior year academically together to get here as an 18-year-old. Ware is dragged down after about 6. It'll be 3rd and 4. Let's check in with Matt Berry.
We have a good one in College Station going. Travion Williams and the Aggies up until Devin White comes in and makes the strip. Michael Divinity Jr. picks it up. Goes 58 yards for the touchdown. We have a tie ball game over in the SEC Network. 24 all for a quarter. There's a Kurt.
Thank you. We'll keep you posted. Big play for the Trojans here. Need 4 on 3rd. 3 receivers down. Here comes the pressure. Daniels gets it out, and it's intercepted. Julian Love stepped in front, and a freshman mistake sets up Notre Dame.
Boy, Julian Love almost baits this true freshman. almost baits him to throw the football. I thought they might go to the bunch down to the bottom of the screen. Watch Love's eyes on this short route, anticipating this on third down and short. Watch him as soon as he sees that outcut, he jumps the route immediately. Again, the awareness from a veteran corner on a 3rd and 4 play. He saw the route, he jumped the route, and the big question is, was he able to get his hands underneath there and secure the ball?
Let's check it again. As he controlled the ball without the ground aiding in that control. That's the definition of a catch or not. I think the ball hits the ground.
On the field is an interception by Notre Dame.
Yeah, it sure did.
Pac-12 replay officials have been active tonight. They've been quick on the trigger. They've made some good decisions. And Dave, this appears to be pretty clear cut after that angle.
I would agree. Just the ball simply touching the ground doesn't make it incomplete. But when it touches the ground, you can see the ball move. He doesn't have control. My opinion, this ball is incomplete.
Another look. Well, what a very athletic play to make the catch. But I think, yeah, it clearly bounces on the ground there.
To me, you just see a lot of college corners not aware that the down and distance. Here it's 3rd down and 4. That's the best look at it where you see the ball hit the ground. But I love to see corners jump routes on 3rd down, knowing exactly where those receivers are trying to go. Really fooled the freshman there. Got an early jump on it. They said that's the thing he struggled the most with, is realizing in high school at modern day versus playing in college, the quickness of the corners and the safeties and how things happen so much faster.
No
It's all part of the process of growing up.
It's very high-level high school football where he played. In fact, modern day upset St. John Bosco.
After review, it was determined that the pass was incomplete. It would be 4th down and 4 at the 26-yard line, USC.
So no turnover, but a punt now coming up. Anyway, modern day, big upset, avenging an earlier loss. And so many guys on this USC team and around the country came out of that high school. 2 Heisman Trophy winners, including Notre Dame's John Hewart and USC's Matt Leinart, played at modern day. So Fudrovich has been out-punted tonight by his counterpart Newsom. Fake awaiting the 34. Low kick. Fink will have a go at a return. Gets a block initially and spins free until being knocked down at 40. This beautiful evening in LA, our aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. From the end zone to the uprights, nothing comes between hard work and a goal. Goodyear, more driven. The College Football Playoff National Championship Trophy presented by Dr. Pepper is here. Can the Irish hold this lead? Can they punch their ticket, a presumed playoff bid for the first time? Of the 16 playoff teams so far, only 9 different schools have made the playoff, and Notre Dame really among the contending teams, the only fresh blood team, the only team that hasn't yet been in the playoff that has a good chance. From the 40, Book lofts it. Boykin comes back in a battle and a flag on Marshall. You'll be surprised at this.
But they're both pushing back and forth.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 9. First down.
Chris, I'll be honest with you. Dave can chirp in here. Because he had his head turned around and because he was looking at that football as much as you see the receiver, I feel he's entitled just as much to get to that football as Boykin is. I'm surprised by the call there.
I absolutely agree with you. They both turned around. They're bumping each other. It's a no call.
The officials had him. He said 9. He meant, of course, 8. Marshall ball at the 45. First down. Muffin. Downfield shot. Fink is running free and Book missed him. The overthrow is the slot receiver.
Yeah, they
had 6.
Yeah, they've gone away from him. A little slant, little hesitation, and go. And Harris completely fooled. Nobody behind him. Again, that's the matchup in the first half. That's where they scored their first touchdown when they went up against Lockett. This time against Harris Harris bit on that little hesitation move, and Brian Kelly he knows he missed one there.
Book screamed at himself, and Kelly with the predictable reaction. That was an opportunity to bust this game open.
And that's what Book's done, is he's hit those kind of plays, consistency for this offense.
Second down, clean pocket, no chance to make a play. Tried to find tight end Wisher. Tight ends have been pretty well controlled by this SC defense, and that's Jordan McMillan. He's a walk-on, true freshman, out there playing because so many guys in the secondary are banged up. Imagine what he's thinking right now.
How about that? Yeah, you're talking about not only true freshmen, they walk-ons out here playing, down to their 6th and 7th safeties because of injuries of players that are no longer part of the program.
Book out of rhythm a bit. He's missed on his last 5 passes. Needs 10 on third down. Four-man rush, gets it out. Catch made. Claypool crossing route, knocked down short of the marker by about 2. Is Kelly the gambling move here?
That is a big-time collision by Claypool, who's coming across from the left all the way to the right. Full speed. Ball thrown in front of him. Big-time hit with the linebacker and the big receiver.
Ball spotted back closer to the 43. It's a very long 2.
Notre Dame going to call a timeout here and think it over.
So Notre Dame threatening to add to a 4-point lead, 3:04 to play in the third quarter. And because of the storyline, the fact that USC has been a mentally fragile team, sort of unable to maintain leads and momentum and react to their own mistakes. Every possession when Notre Dame has a chance to build this lead just feels very big.
And I think Brian Kelly kind of senses an opportunity here. We'll see if he ends up going for it. You know, you could bring the offense out and even kind of have that pooch punt where you get the ball maybe down, USC down inside that 5 or 10 yard line. Or who knows, maybe go for it here. Be a gutsy call. Brian Kelly knows, like I said, this is a critical moment of the game, up 4. He's clearly probably sees a matchup that he likes.
Yeah, the offense is still out there. This is good stuff. Notre Dame trying to complete a perfect regular season, head to the playoff. Trojans playing for bowl eligibility. Can they get a stop? It's Boykin in motion. Book flips it in the flat. Catch made. Williams first down and a lot more. Well, that was pretty easy down inside the 30.
You got man-to-man, and you've got a linebacker who's going to try to navigate his way through traffic and try to stay with him. That is a great play, well designed there by Chip Long to get the matchup that they wanted to exploit, saved it for the right time at a critical 4th down, and they execute.
I would say was coming out in the blitz. They flipped it right over his head. Now, potential backward pass. Fake. He's going to spin free, work very hard. It's a very exciting 1-yard loss. He was looking to throw it downfield.
You ever play Kill the Man in the backyard? I mean, that's what he looked like there. I mean, he's in the backyard just running around. He clearly wanted to throw the football, but SC took that away. And look at it. He's like, uh-oh, I'm out of here. Nope, look, this way, that way. He almost got out of that.
Slow to get up. 2nd and 11. Williams running right, not going to get the corner. He's going to be dragged down for a loss by that freshman Chase Williams, who's stepping up big tonight.
That is really impressive to watch this little guy here. Watch him, he gets off the Claypool. Nobody picks him up. They figured Dexter Williams could beat the true freshman out there on the edge where he's got some space to work, but Chase Williams brings him down.
The guy had his knee scoped. He was out earlier this season getting a chance because Marvell Tell is out. C.J. Pollard is out.
Talk about growing up in a hurry.
Time. And now the Irish just on the verge of blowing the game open. Again, face a 3rd and long. Book delivers down the middle. Too high for Bacon. Almost intercepted by a J.J. Harris. It's 4th down. Here comes the punt team.
Well, they've gone to fake. Soft cushion there. Ball thrown back behind him. Harris, who's known as a nickelback, has been forced to go back to play safety with some of these other injuries that they have. And he had Book, just not quite your typical rhythmic, accurate passer.
Direction, not the punt team, but Justin Yoon for a long field goal. This is for sole possession of the Notre Dame career record for field goals. He's got 57. Shares it with his predecessor, Kyle Brenza. And this from 46. Just enough for sole possession of that career field goal record. The all-time Notre Dame scoring leader just got it over the crossbar with very little to spare.
It's about all he has right here.
Wow. Enough. And the Irish short field goal drive stretched the lead to 7 with 1:07 to play in the third quarter. Belton saying, can we get a break? A lot of things go against us this season. They've caused a lot of their own problems. Came out flying, led 10-0, and now a 17-zip run by the Irish. USC, still hanging, still very much in the game, but again, has to respond right here.
Yeah, their offense from the first half to the second half, Notre Dame deserves credit for making adjustments to affect the offense and what SC has done, but very, very different approach. And the line of scrimmage has been different. Pass protection, coverage has been different.
Yoon pumped up after his record field goal and drives the kickoff deep into the end zone as we check back with Matt Berry for an update.
A little bit of separation in College Station, LSU, Texas A&M, Joe Burrow, the Ohio State transfer over the middle, touchdown, Tigers, 31-24, late in the fourth, over on the SEC Network.
All right, thank you. Clemson's going to put away South Carolina. Running down in Death Valley, it is a final, so Clemson and Alabama both completing perfect regular seasons. Will head to their conference championship games next week. We'll have Clemson and Pitt in Charlotte. Daniels to Ware, and Ware running hard, thanks for about 8. We talked about the runs that USC has given up. Maybe positive starts to games, Kirk, and it turns around. They were up 11 against Texas, 34 unanswered. Arizona nearly won that game. Utah, again, 34 after they'd taken the lead on the road. Cal, the final 15 points of the game. UCLA, the final 13 last week.
Now Notre Dame, 17. Inability to answer.
Going to be third and about a yard.
We talked about the difference with Clay Helton and how they had a great plan to start this game. Well, they were moving the ball up and down. You can see in the first quarter, second quarter, and look what they've done here in this third quarter. A lot of that was passing yards in those first and second quarter from JT Daniels on a lot of quick, easy throws, and that's not been the case at all here in the third quarter.
Step is the back, and the young guy fighting. Where will they spot it? Will be right near the marker at the 35. What will be the final play of the third quarter? It is a first down for USC. So Notre Dame with 17 points in a row, a quarter away from the playoff. And they hold the lead. Back after this message and a word for your local ABC station.
With Hulu, tailgating's never been better. Unlike the early days when all you had was a radio. But through the years, the experience got better and better. And now, Hulu's completely changed the game because you don't have to choose between tailgating or watching football live on ESPN. You can do both, no cable required. Hulu makes it so easy, the game will never be the same.
Our members shop a little differently, so we reward every purchase.
Let's see what Kate said.
For you, for all of us.
That's for me.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
So we want to make sure you're covered properly.
Okay, State Farm, let's just say hypothetically that someone used Aaron's bathroom and that person lit a candle and the candle accidentally lit a towel on fire and the towel
charred the wall. What would that?
Weren't you just in the bathroom?
I've never been in a bathroom. Not once.
How does that work?
Well, I meditate and I make it go away.
It smells like you burned some.
We should definitely investigate it.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Heads up! ABC Funny Wednesday's entirely new. New goals. Coach is here to whip us and just shake.
What do you say? I say get out of my house.
New moms.
Why does she have wind blowing through her hair? We're in an enclosed space.
New questions.
I'm freaked because I just found out that I'm pregnant.
Will you marry me? And new trouble.
Welcome to a Category 2 store.
New Wednesday starting 8/7 Central.
I think I parked on your lawn.
And what a lucky lawn. On ABC.
What do they call you, Craterhead? What do you say we fix your foot?
Avadian thinks you deserve an exceptional CD rate. For a limited time, we are offering 3% APY on a 58-month CD. Stop by any of our branches. Visit avadiancu.com or call us to get started.
In the South, we know about teamwork. At ABC 3340, our meteorologists work as a team to prepare you for what's coming. For game day and every day, ABC 3340, the weather authority, working for you.
Shop early and save big on the hottest technology gift of the season. Hyundai holidays have begun.
Get up to $3,000 in total savings or 0.9% APR on a 2018 Tucson. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
Avadian thinks you deserve an exceptional CD rate. For a limited time, we are offering 3% APY on a 58-month CD. Stop by any of our branches. Visit avadiancu.com or call us to get started.
ABC 3340 News at 10, working for you.
The Jiffy-Lube Rivalry Series. Traditional lighting of the torch here before the fourth quarter. Big old yellow moon, just past full, hanging over the Coliseum on this beautiful evening. The Trojans, after all the early energy and inspiration, now have to fight from behind. The Irish scoring 10 points in that third quarter. And Daniels, who had 26 first half completions, Kirk, just 3 for 33 yards in that third quarter. And St. Brown was shut out of the Notre Dame secondary for a very hot start. And first down, it's Ware on the left side. Big collision, falls forward for 4.
Again, you're seeing Gilman, that safety, just the willingness to come up. He's done it all year. It's a physical safety. He and Tranquil and Coney usually just control the middle of that Notre Dame defense when teams try to run the football.
He grew up admiring Manti Te'o, same hometown as the former Irish linebacker. And same hometown as Ken Niumatalolo, the Navy coach where Gilman played. Very successful freshman year before transferring. Daniels has a lot of time for the pocket and fires across the middle, and it's Bonds running free. First down inside the 45.
Watch Okwara right here again. Take this away. See a big adjustment we've seen. He looks that way, but to his credit, he comes back.
On the offense, number 8.
5-yard
penalty.
He's going to come back. They are. Ineligible man downfield negates the big play. Self-inflicted wounds for the Trojans, such a theme this season. It was St. Brown, who's usually in an eligible position as a receiver.
Misalignment again, representation of, again, this year. It wasn't an offensive lineman, it was a receiver.
Of all things.
He was covered up.
And Ware barrels forward on 2nd and 11, gets close to the marker at the 44.
He is running tough tonight. Coming up with some tough yards. Keep in mind, he's running with a shoulder sprain. Another one of these USC players is trying to play through injury.
You like what you see from the guys up front. Tim Drebno brought over as the offensive line coach. Elton firing Neil Callaway in late October, who had that position. And Elton sees the improvement for these guys just in the month or so. Drebno's been here.
Keep in mind the defensive line they're going up against tonight.
Marquise Step is the back. He's got it. Sheds a tackle behind the line. Hard running for the young guy as he muscles for a first down.
And not only that, Tillery big veteran gets into the backfield. I thought he was going to come up with a stop, but Chris, for a true freshman, Steps able to run through that. Over 6'6", over 300 pounds. He's right there, has it. Short of the first down, but that tough running is able to allow him to be able to get just enough to pick up the first.
Incredibly, Kirk, this Notre Dame defense does not have a single tackle for loss tonight. After the 6 sacks in Syracuse, the most in 5 years, they haven't knocked Daniels down, and they haven't been able to corral the ball carrier behind the line at all. They pitch it out. This is St. Brown, and he does not slip the tackle there of Jalen Elliott.
So that's what we saw a lot of in the first half, and the adjustment. There've been a couple different things. Number one, we've seen the pass rushers like Okora get out into the flat, but now we've also seen safeties like Elliott and Gilman coming down much faster, trying to be there to be able to help out, not giving up yards after the catch.
Step motions out on 2nd and 8. Irish rush 3. And Daniels trying to get it to St. Brown. Diving, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long again.
Trying to work the middle of the field, which is open. Just wait just a little bit longer and let him clear. Drew Tranquil talked about him being a former defensive back, has moved to linebacker. Think about what they ask him to do. Of course, he's a physical run support guy as a linebacker, but whether it's Stanford, he's covering tight ends, whether it's Syracuse, he's covering receivers. Tonight, you just saw him against St. Brown. Guy does everything for Notre Dame's defense.
Four-man rush on 3rd and 8. Daniels flushed, fires far side. St. Brown goes up, incomplete. Caught it, but out of bounds. Well defended by Nick Coleman.
He tried to get that right foot down. That was tight. Looks like, boy, he had to avoid the rush. Just misses the right foot getting down. How about the JT Daniels? He knew that they're rushing forward. They had a little bit of a twist. He had to step off to his left. And that slight hesitation, moving to his left, by the time he set his feet to throw, receiver's already close to the sideline.
The possession stalls, and here's Budrovich. Fink launches his sail over his head, and it'll be a touchback. So the Irish back to work. Up 7 inside of 12 minutes to play.
Ron, something's going on at Schwab.
Oh, really? Thank you. Clients? Well, J.D. Power did just rank them highest in investor satisfaction with full-service brokerage firms.
Again. And online equity trades only $4.95. I mean, you can't have low cost and be full service.
It's impossible. It's like having your cake and eating it too.
Ask your broker if they offer award-winning full service and low costs.
How am I going to explain this?
If you don't like their answer, ask again at Schwab. Schwab, a modern approach to wealth management.
We're more than just $7.99 large 2-topping pizza delivered. We're lining up in your favorite spot for the game. No one outpizzas the Hut.
Putting off vehicle maintenance? We've got you covered. The highly trained technicians at Jiffy Lube exchange transmission fluids, change oil, and more. You can do more in a Jiffy.
Hey, portal answer. Hey, Mom. About tomorrow, we're gonna have to cancel. Is everything okay? No, actually, no. It's Kevin. I've had lice. Oh my goodness. Not just one, thousands of lice. Really? Now the couch has lice. You know, I'll mail your gifts.
Portal, starting at $149 for a limited time.
The right tech can move you. The best tech can move the world. Surround yourself with safety in the all-new 2019 Nissan Altima. Impossibly smart.
It's not what champions do. It's what champions don't do.
They don't back down, they don't settle, and they don't quit. Except for Cable. Yeah, you quit, Cable. Because we are Cougars, and we don't quit. Unless what? Unless it's Cable!
For cable, switch to DirecTV and get the most live sports in 4K. More for your thing. That's our thing. 1-800-DirecTV.
Tuesday on an all-new Connors, Sarah Chalk returns
Do you really regret having a baby?
with motherly advice.
I have no idea how poor people do it. I'm pregnant. You are gonna love being a mom.
The Connors, new Tuesday on ABC.
Pacific Life Game Summary. These two Californian quarterbacks, both from up north. He has faced more pressure. He's actually been sacked 3 times tonight. And Daniels Kirk, after that red-hot start, cooling off a lot after halftime.
Had 35 yards in the second half after 2:44. As you said, you and I were at the break saying that's kind of been how this season has gone. There are times when you watch that season, you're like, wow, I like this team a lot. Other times where you can't quite figure out what's missing.
One of the things the Trojans have struggled with all year long is creating turnovers. They only have 9 takeaways this season, only 3 interceptions. Something like that desperately needed to change momentum, but it's just not in the MO.
Think about when you say that, when you create 9 turnovers, you're 125th in the country. That's, no matter how many injuries you have, you'd expect SC to come in to fall into a few more turnovers.
Absolutely. They're -2 tonight with the 2 fumbles in the first half that were both costly. Fink in motion on 2nd and 8. He faked it to him. Book flips it now short. Williams has blockers and space. And a big gain out to the 45. He's been a very effective receiver and had that big 52-yard touchdown run.
So you're going to get jet motion, and you got 2 tight ends here. Look how the SC defense has responded to that. So everybody's overloading to the right. Even the corner's going over there. Nobody's left on the backside. USC lucky that one didn't even go for further yards. Well designed again. Nice job of manipulating the eyes of the USC defense.
Got 22 yards. That was 128 all-purpose yards. And Williams has the football again. And this is yet another test for this USC defense to get the football back.
You're 5 and 6. You're down 7. It's a rivalry game. You've been playing your heart out. They don't have a lot of depth. They're not able to rotate a lot of guys. You start to wear down emotionally on the defensive side, because if you do, that's where you blow a gap. That's where your tackling gets sloppy, and that's where Notre Dame can hit a big one.
Williams trying to do just that. On cue, he barrels down to the 35, and that wear and tear is beginning to show.
Yeah, and then again, they've done a nice job with their play designs. Up front, I think Notre Dame's starting to take control, pushing people around, getting the talented back like Dexter Williams to that second level. He almost got out that time and took it to the end zone.
He's spelled by Jafar Armstrong. Just 3 games to the knee. He's back healthy, gives them another weapon, a change of gear back. He goes out as receiver, and Book finds underneath Claypool in a crossing route, big stiff arm against Smith, and he's run out, but Irish back in the red zone.
They're getting some guys downfield. Watch the receivers go here and go here, and then they're able to work underneath. A lot of those SC defenders worried about the tight end, running backs getting downfield. He's a nice opening underneath for the receiver, Claypool.
And Armstrong that time slipped. So he got the football. He'll suffer there to make yet another tackle.
I thought he and Book might pull that one.
Very few design runs for the quarterback tonight. Are you surprised they haven't run before?
Yeah, just because even if you do sprinkle it in, it makes the defensive coordinator have to be aware of it. That looked like a zone read. It was Seppa who kind of came down on the back. I thought he might pull it out and have some room to work to the outside.
Williams back in the game. He's got it. And great penetration. That was the freshman there. Now, Ote, number 1, has played a tremendous game. Cam Smith, the veteran, getting him lined up because he's not really sure what he's doing out there, but he's making plays.
Yeah, I tell you what, they're telling us he's the next great one. And watching him tonight, I can see why Clancy feels that way as a defensive coordinator. He's got the body, he's got the speed, he's got the mentality, and he's going to learn more and more about the scheme. Tonight, they've just kind of turned him loose. Let him be an athlete and let him try to hit some gaps and apply pressure.
The guy that's moved up middle backer, or he's a backup to inside linebacker tonight, so he rolled tonight. Now Book has to backpedal, fires to the end zone, heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. An unwise play of all people, Jordan McMillan, walk-on, who got a pep talk this week from ex-Trojan Jason Sehorn.
Well, Jason Sehorn's speech worked out because you're talking about a true freshman stepping up here. It looked like he's able to step right in front of Matt.
Holding on the offense, number 6. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is an interception. First down. Timeout.
First of all, Chris, a rare, poor decision here by Ian Book to throw that into so much traffic. The progressive pylon cam shows you 3 different USC defenders in the area. And give McMillan a lot of credit for that interception.
We said they don't create many takeaways. They got a big one there.
Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me.
The right tech can move you. The best tech can move the world. De-stress your drive with the all-new 2019 Nissan Altima. Impossibly smart.
Now that I've got you here for a minute, or 2 actually, I've got to tell you something. With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase, every day.
My credit card only earns double miles on airline purchases.
Well, you earn double miles on this and on everything with the Venture Card.
Thanks. Hey, by the way, how'd you get in here?
Same way you did. Cross-checking.
All right.
What's in your wallet? Oh, come on!
This season, keep your stories interessante, just like Dos Equis, the only beer used to water every college football field.
Delicioso.
Dos Equis, keep it interessante.
This is how you one-stop shop and save on tools for all the doers on your list. At the Home Depot, this is how we do Black Friday. This is why. Get this Husky Mechanics tool set with lifetime warranty, now just $129. The Home Depot.
Introducing Le'Veon Links of Love, only at Jared. Visit jared.com for $100 off any Le'Veon purchase.
Saturday Night Football on ABC is presented by Walmart. Light up Christmas at Walmart. In part by Pacific Life. Experience the power of Pacific. And Nissan. Innovation that excites.
6 years ago tonight, the Irish finished the job, and they finish it tonight. That takeaway by Jordan McMillan, walk-on defensive back who would just idolize Jason Sehorn, could not believe when the ex-Trojan walked up to him and gave him a pep talk. And now Daniels is swung under sack for the first time tonight by Julian Okwara, their best pass rusher.
Yeah, Okwara and Tillery. Boy, that's the first time, I think, tonight, with Notre Dame rushing 4, they just overwhelmed the SC offensive line. Tillery beat his man. Okwara, who's probably their best pass rusher, also wins. And JT Daniels, all he could do, he didn't even have time to throw the ball away. Just like that, you get a big turnover, 1st and 10 at the 20, sack, and now they're looking at 2nd and 19.
Sack the 30th of the season. They waited a long time to finally knock Daniels down tonight. Backed up, slings it, short, catch made by Devon Williams, the true freshman, just his 4th of the season.
Clark Lee rushing 3, dropping 8, trying to keep those windows tight, trying to make JT Daniels get the ball out, rally to that football, set up his 3rd down and long. See if they come after it or just rush the floor and play zone.
You start to feel down 7, this clock bleeding away in the 4th quarter. Possession's precious. They might not get many more chances, Kirk, to tie this game. Big moment. Irish show pressure. Bring it. Daniels. Swarm and sacks again. Jerry. Finally, the Irish pass rush imposing itself late.
Yes, but Tillery gets there, but it's the linebackers, Coney and Tranquil, that end up coming. Here's Coney. Tranquil here comes late. Tillery right here is the beneficiary of that pressure from the linebacker because he has to step up. And Tillery, who came close a little earlier this time, is able to get home, come up with a sack. Clark Lee dials it up.
And Fink to receive the punt, drifting back to his 41. No fair catch. And a flag comes in. He's going to be knocked down at the 48-yard line.
It's a block in the back, right in front of him.
Meanwhile, Ian Book off just his 5th interception of the season as we check it again.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Number 35 of the return team. 10-yard penalty. First down.
So the mistake by Bracy will back Notre Dame up. We're going to see how Book responds. He got lit up by Brad Kelly after that pick. We'll show that to you coming back.
When you finally stop working, will it feel like the end of a journey or the beginning of something even better? When you prepare for retirement with Pacific Life, you can create a lifelong income so you have the freedom to keep doing whatever is most meaningful to you. A reliable income that lets you retire without retiring from life. That's the power of Pacific. Ask your financial professional about Pacific Life today.
For a nasty cold, take new Dayquil Severe with Vicks VapoCool and vaporize it with an intense rush of Vicks Vapors. New Dayquil Severe with Vicks VapoCool. The daytime coughing, stuffy head, vaporize your cold medicine.
The right tech can move you. The best tech can move the world. Surround yourself with safety in the all-new 2019 Nissan Altima. Impossibly smart.
Jesus snacks are the most satisfying combination of crunch with cheese, with their delicious perfection. Cheese. It's not all about you, cheese.
You think I have a mouth? I'm a wheel of cheese.
Got a point.
Yeah. Cheesy, cheesy, crunchy satisfaction.
This is the face of a man watching Rivalry Week on the super big Samsung QLED TV. He's cheering. On the inside, the 4K Samsung QLED TV.
Go big with Samsung. Get up to 40% off.
Hey, let's say I want to sell my car, but I'm kind of about buying one. Well, it's more like a It's like a Are you sure it's not? It's like a cross between and well, I've got good news. CarMax will buy your car even if you don't buy one from them. Hey. Okay. Where you going? No, we're making noises.
I am on a journey to help people find time to relax. Are you ready for the journey, Elizabeth?
How did you get in here anyway?
The cat flap.
Makes sense.
Relax with the real ginger taste of Canada Dry.
TV's hit drama, The Good Doctor. New Mondays on ABC.
Matt Berry with the College Football Studio update, and we have overtime in College Station. Kellen Mond to Courtney Davis. His time expired. A 19-yard touchdown over on the SEC Network. Christian Kirk, back to you.
All right, Matt, look to you for updates. His Book pulls it, and he's going to be pulled down by Smith for a 2-yard loss.
Cameron Smith, last year he was a much bigger, 250-pound middle linebacker. Spent a lot of time in the offseason talking with Clancy Pendergast about how he could take his game to the next level. Now he's down at 230. Chris, I know you spent some time with him this week, but just a much quicker, much better player, I think, now, and roaming in the middle of that deep.
I think he would have been the all-time leading tackler in SC history had he not lost a few games to injury this season. And Book for Boykin. Jump ball broken up. Nice job by Langley. to come back on it. Third down.
Get no face guarding in college football, so this football is thrown in a spot where I thought he might throw it a little bit further downfield to give Boykin a chance. Boykin, a lot of times when it's underthrown, you fight back. You have to work through the defender. Dave Katana kind of gives me the sign that maybe SC got away with one there.
3rd and 12. Book takes off. And he eludes a man and once again is going to pick up a first down with his legs. Huge conversion to the 44.
Yeah, I think this is designed. Watch the center and the left guard here. Kind of start to work downfield. He's got blocks by Miles Boykin. They believe in this guy, not just his ability to throw, but they obviously believe in his legs. 3rd down and long, able to kind of give you that effort, quickness to be able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, he's not converted 3rd and 11 and 3rd and 12. Got 16 yards on that one, and that is so crucial with the clock here.
All about the clock.
Deflating play for the SC defense. Now they got to try to tackle Big Dexter Williams, and they kind of move the pile for about 5.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays, and that 3rd down earlier in the first half when Notre Dame was down 10-0, and he scrambled and lowered his shoulder right at the first down marker and got it on 3rd and 11, set up their first touchdown. Those are the kind of plays that if you didn't watch this game, you really wouldn't feel the importance of certain plays that he makes every single game. His numbers aren't going to jump off the screen at you against SC tonight, but he's made enough plays on the road in a must-win situation to get Notre Dame potentially to the finish line.
He pulls it again. He's got Smith, and that is a good battle. Those guys battled in high school. Smith told me he won one. Book won one, but they're from the same league up near Sacramento.
Yeah, how fitting is that to watch Smith get out here, middle linebacker. We just talked about he played at 250 last year, now at 230, and so he can make plays like that out on the edge instead of just playing that traditional Mike linebacker in the middle. Now he gets out, he's able to defend the edges.
Inside of 3.5. Irish can wind the play clock down before snapping it on 3rd and 6. Jones is the back. He's got it again. And Jones a letter room. Tony Jones makes a cut, gets a block, and scores. Is that the play that will seal the playoff bid for Fighting Irish? 51 yards.
You live by the sword, you die by the sword. USC's defense tonight, give them credit. They've been aggressive. They knew coming in tonight that they'd have to take chances. They'd have to blitz Ian Book and have to come after Dexter Williams. And here late in the game, in a big 3rd down and 6, they end up busting a coverage by bringing one too many and nobody accounting for the back out of the backfield.
His first career touchdown reception, Kirk, and first tonight. Almost dropped the ball there, but collects it. Big block downfield from Boykin. It's the Irish by 14, closing in on that playoff bracket.
It takes a titan to lend a hand, even when their hands are full. So at Nissan, we build trucks with the tech you need to keep moving. We're calling all titans of the neighborhood, the outdoors, the community. You've got work to do, and we've got your truck.
I still can't believe how incredible the screen is on the new iPhone XS.
And our unlimited plan really takes things to the next level with your choice of the best in TV, movies, or music.
It's the perfect holiday upgrade.
I know what I'm asking Santa for this year.
You just still write letters to Santa?
No, please. I send him emails.
Can I get his email address?
Oh, I don't feel comfortable sharing it.
Buy the latest iPhone, get an iPhone XR on us, and get an unlimited plan with the best in entertainment. More for your thing. That's our thing.
Putting off a tire rotation? We've got you covered. The highly trained technicians at Jiffy Lube rotate tires to keep you on the road. You can do more in a Jiffy.
Fact is,
Every insurance company hopes you drive safely, but Allstate actually helps you drive safely with DriveWise. It lets you know when you go too fast and brake too hard. With feedback to help you drive safer, giving you the power to actually lower your cost. Unfortunately, you can't do anything about that. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
Deja Food, the feeling you're having the same food at every event. But now, there's a cure.
I got tacos.
Tacos.
Whatever your occasion, mix things up with Taco Bell Party Packs. Party food will never be the same again.
Rated M for mature. Buy Xbox One, get Battlefield 5.
Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Keep the peanuts churning here. Keep pushing day in and day out on the field and on tires you can trust to help you go the distance. Goodyear, more driven. And it's a booch kick. And it bounces around and it's still live. Got to cover it. And the Trojans finally do at the 25.
Well, this is as I said, USC's been aggressive tonight. They're bringing all out blitz. The only problem is nobody picks up the backfield. Watch the block downfield. Remember we talked about McMillan? Boom! He made that interception. This time Miles Boykin comes up with a block. And he's starting to peak. It's because he's starting to peak. He's very fortunate. His left thigh actually helps him secure that ball. Remember, that was a 3rd and 6. But an all-out blitz and nobody. You got a lot of true freshmen out there.
The face mask. It was a Claypool on the return. Can you imagine if Jones had dropped? That would have been 4th down.
Yeah.
Thank you. Decision time of just 7. The backs have made some big plays. They were bottled up in the first half. It was Williams getting loose for a 52-yard run around left end, and Jones with a 51-yard touchdown reception, again, the first of his career. And the Irish came in a little flat. Not much energy or inspiration, being outplayed in the first quarter. Found their way back into the game. And the pattern just kept repeating and repeating for USC.
And that graphic you showed about SC having the lead, and then in a lot of games this year, teams having scored 17 or 24 unanswered points. This is the 5th or 6th game where that's been the case. And tonight, it's Notre Dame that was down 10, scoring 24 unanswered.
Look at the last 3 games. Led at halftime in all of them. Kirk outscored 45-3. Just have not been able to sustain. And when they make mistakes, you go back to those 2 first half fumbles. One by Pittman, one by St. Brown after catches, leaving points on the field. Be back to haunt them.
See Sedware, who has that shoulder sprain, just by making the effort. It's like he is actually going to stay in the game. He did not look like he was in good shape, but he's going to stay in.
St. Brown, a catch driven out of bounds. And can't really be patient now. You got to be operating with a sense of urgency down 2 scores.
Yeah, and Notre Dame, who's taken away the quick, easy throws that JT Daniels made in the first half, now softening things up a bit with the 2-score lead, willing to give up some of those yards just as long as that clock continues to move.
Daniels pressured again, spun around and just heaves it into the bench to avoid a sack. That was Khalid Kareem chasing him.
When you talk with Notre Dame fans or folks who follow this team, the coaches, everybody gets excited about Tillery, Okwara, Hayes. Khalid Kareem's a guy who really stands out. His athleticism, his power, how hard he has really worked to become the complete player he is at that defensive end spot.
Intentional Brent determined that unlock it. Notre Dame faithful on their feet, singing and clapping as the SC folks head for the exits. And Daniels is flush, flips it short, and the catch is made by Steph, who stretches out. But down by Coney, it'll be third down. Lots of Irish alums and fans really all over the country, but certainly in Los Angeles. And they are sticking around to celebrate what they hope will be a playoff clinching win. Final minute and a half. Pressured again. Coney was in there. Daniels gets it out. And the catch is made by Pittman, who's down inside the red zone. Not again. Not again. A third fumble after a catch by a USC receiver, Julian Lowe.
Chris, I'm
comes up with it.
Is he possibly down here and then the ball comes out? It looked close. See if the ball is. Yeah, I think he's down.
As they fumble, recovered by Notre Dame, first down.
Yeah, the elbow and the hip put him down. Often officials are not calling this down. They're letting the fumble happen, letting a replay clean it up.
Yeah.
Previous play is under further review.
Well, the guy
ball is going to be at the 17 if they overturn the call on the field and UFC maintains possession.
Yeah, I think he's down. The guys upstairs have done a really good job of buzzing down, making sure the right calls, making sure that just to be safe. And I'd rather see that personally when it's a gray area, Dave. I'd rather see him buzz down like this.
Absolutely. I think the biggest error you can make is not to buzz down when it's close. I know it delays the game, but the thing is, get the call right.
Absolutely.
The officials, I think, are making calls like that more and more. They're calling it a fumble, can continue, then letting replay overturn. The only problem you have is you got to have indisputable video evidence. So sometimes you make that call on the field, and even though it looks like maybe it wasn't correct, it's not enough to overturn it. You have to live with that call.
Chris, you're 100% right. When it's down, it's a fumble. That's the way they're taught. If they don't know, don't blow the whistle. Risky brought up.
We think this is pretty clear, so the Irish will have a chance to try to score and then create an onside kick. Ford wrap-up show. Matt Berry after the game updates what's going on Texas A&M and LSU.
After review, it was determined that the runner's elbow was down when he was in possession of the ball. It will be first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Up the ball to 20. USC spent the timeout early in the half. They've got the 2 left. And the clock winding. He shouldn't spend too much time here. Daniels wants to launch to the end zone. Jump ball batted up by Tranquil and drop back in coverage.
I continue to just watch Tranquil and just how can you deal with, but out such